Sunday footy from a very, very warm Giants Stadium for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. It is the GWS taking on the Adelaide Crows, and both of these sides will be looking for an improved 2023. Big team in for this game today. We've got Jude Bolton, the two-time premiership star of the Sydney Swans. Troy Luff, it was 12 years for Luffy at the Sydney Swans, and of course Brad Seymour, 130-odd games spanning over a 10-year span. We've got Ewan Giles, the boss, of course, down on the boundary for Triple M footy. Big game, big clash, and we might get some key matchups for fielders in a moment. If you can imagine it, you can do it with fielders. But Jude Bolton, Troy Luff, we need to know about this game, where it's going to be won and where it's going to be lost. And good pre-season form, what does that actually mean coming into this one today? Because they were both very good winners.
Yeah, just confidence, I guess, after a body of work during the pre-season, both sides, just to be able to sit there and go, we're prepared, we're ready for round one, and we want to put our best foot forward. They want to get off to a good start, both of these sides. We know that they've been sides in transition. You look at this Adelaide lineup, 13 under 50 games of footy. For the Giants, 8 players under 50 games of footy. So there's been that turnover of the list, but there's excitement about the growth in 2023 for both of these sides. So for me, it's going to be one around that midfield matchup. So I'm looking at, firstly, the ruckman, Flynn versus O'Brien. I think they've got to give their midfielders first use, because this is a super talented GWS midfield, but one of the stars last year was Rory Laird for the Adelaide Crows. 33 disposals, 8 tackles. So excited to see how he performs today.
Well, it's a good midfield, both sides. If you look, Bolt, so, you've Laird, Sloan, Berry, and great to see Sloan back out there. Nearly 12 months off with an ACL. He'll make a big difference. And you've got Green, Kelly, and Cornelio. So do you just go the shootout with those sort of guys, or do you go, hang on, you've got to watch him, There's 6 quality players in the midfield.
Yeah, you can't have super hard lockdowns these days, because the transition and the changes back and forth off the ground as well. But it's certainly just getting a sense that, hang on, my opponent's got a little bit hot here. I need to put some work into them and maybe start to say, okay, watch them if they get out and start to spread on me as well. But it's going to be a key area of the game today.
The forward line, you mentioned Fogarty, but also Taylor. They're not tall up forward, and that may make a difference with the way they defend. Like Iden's tall, Taylor's tall, but then they go, hang on, we don't need too many more talls down there. So obviously the Walker matchup's going to be tough. You think that Walker may get Iden, or do you reckon he'll get Cumming?
So I think maybe Sam Taylor might get to Darcy Fogarty first, and then have a look at Walker. I think, Jack Buckley's just come in. There's been a late change. So Leek Alir is out, and Jack Buckley's come in. He's got that bit of size. He's a 197 defender. So interested to see whether he gets him or Isaac Cumming.
Nick Haynes play a role in that, boys?
Yeah, he's that intercept float across. I don't like him having to defend just one-on-one. He's that better as the third man in and playing off a smaller top.
He deliberately picks probably the 5th or 6th best forward, so he can do that. Because that is such a key to get in front of the leading forwards and take intercept marks.
Key matchups for fielders. If you can imagine it, you can do it with fielders. Have you got one or two that are really key to this game today?
I've been super impressed by Darcy Fogarty through the pre-season, and some of the clutch goals he even kicked late last year as well. So, and Sam Taylor, all-Australian defender. If that's a matchup today, I'd love to see who comes out best on that one. Really will have an impact on the game.
And midfield, it's hard to work out who's going to take who there. I mean, Berry Kelly, Berry Green.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Like, I think they're going to obviously set up and go, here's your man. I can't see that it's going to be a definite you're on him to start with. I think they're just 6 quality players.
A little bit head-to-head. So Tom Green maybe and Rory Laird would be a good matchup in the middle.
So I want to drill a bit deeper on that one, because Laird, for some reason, like, this is a guy who's a 2-time best and fairest at the footy club. For some reason, he doesn't appear to get hard attention week after week. Like,
they let him roll, don't they?
They let him get his space and they let him get his possessions. Adam Kingsley during the week was asked the exact question. He said, yes, we're going to go to him. And I'm interested in your thoughts there, Jude, that the green sort of head-to-head with Laird scenario, and given your career through the midfield, I mean, what would you be doing?
Oh, it's certainly just being mindful of your positioning, and particularly at stoppages. I mean, Laird's been able to just win that ball in tight, but he's been able to just mop up and spread really well. So whether you're taking a back shoulder initially just to push them into the contest a little bit, I'd be waiting to see exactly how they line up in this first bounce.
I mean, look at his phenomenal stats over the last few years. So last year he averaged 33 touches a game. In 41 of his past 42 games, he's had more than 25 disposals. So, Yoda, he does need a little bit of attention because he gets the ball.
Very, very warm day here at Giant Stadium for Bob Jane T-Marts. Bob Jane T-Marts have great buy 3, get 1 free deals plus instant cash back. Call or order online today. T's and C's applies. And we've got Ewan Giles. He's on the boundary
with the
today.
50 plus on.
He's got the sombrero. I reckon he's asking them to just put up a little marquee, a personalised one for him as well, down on the boundary. Ewan, how is it at ground level, mate?
Well, that's the least they can do, Yater, let's be honest. It is currently 33 degrees, heading for a top of 36. There's barely any breeze at all, and for all listeners in Adelaide and Perth, this is real southern states summer weather at the moment. Very un-Sydney-like, very little humidity, and the heat rules have been applied. That's how hot it is in round 1. 2 minutes extra at quarter time and 3/4 time. Trainers are allowed on the ground whenever they like to deliver water and things like that. And the other one as well, for those just catching up with the new sub rule, is that it's back to the old sub rule. It's no longer a medical sub, it's a tactical sub. It can be used any time for any reason, and you can pull the trigger whenever you like. So it's 4 on the bench plus 1 sub that can be activated at any time you like.
And the subs today are Adam Kennedy for the Giants and Tyler Brown for the Adelaide Crows. And I just, Giles, you just make sure you keep plenty of water down there, plenty of 50 plus as well, mate. But
the problem I have, Bolts, is that the hydration I go for often isn't what's most recommended.
I think my opinion with the sub is, why not just have 5 on the bench instead of having a sub that you just don't know when you're going to be activated? Just have 5 on the bench.
Certainly the coaches have been pushing for that, but it's an interesting dynamic, the tactical sub, because do you pull the trigger early in, say, third quarter to get some extra run after half time, but then have an injury that you have to navigate?
Well, watching the game last night, so Roberts came on for the Swans with 10 minutes to go. So he's been warming up for 3.5 hours to play 10 minutes. I don't see what the point of that is.
And Bolts, don't ever underestimate the preparation that Giles will go through to get himself ready. He wanted to get himself acclimatised to the warmer scenario, so he made his way to the Gold Coast last night just to get himself ready for this one today. So never underestimate what Giles will do.
He was in Cavill Avenue last night, reports too, Yater.
We've got a big game. It is the Giants and the Crows. Of course, it's the first of a big double header because after this, the Ross Lyon Cup, St Kilda and Freo. What a game that looks to be. Can they improve under Ross immediately, or is it a time thing?
There's a few injuries down at St Kilda at the moment, so yeah, it's going to be a bit of a tough time initially for his second coming at St Kilda, but we'll see how St Kilda perform.
And our very own Lenny Hayes is back down there helping out as well, Bolts. He'll certainly help.
Oh, he's going to be fantastic down there.
All right, who wins this and by how much?
I'm going to go the Crows. I think you mentioned before, 4 years on, they're building. I think they've had a reasonable pre-season. Having Sloan back out on the field will make a big difference. Having a couple of key forwards up there that can kick some goals. Rankin comes into the side. I'm actually going to go the Crows today. Yeah,
they're going to be exciting in the front half. Think of Rochelle and Rankin together and that dynamic nature they're going to have. But for me, I've just been watching the Giants pretty closely. I think they have got this extra freedom under Adam Kingsley. He's unshackled them a little bit, and they're putting enormous pressure on and then going with that wave that we've seen before. So I'm tipping the Giants in a close one.
I just think the Giants lack a bit of strength in their forward line, as in they haven't got this number one Jeremy Cameron key target. I know he's been gone for a couple of years. Riccardi's been inconsistent. Obviously, Toby Green, he'll always chip in for a couple of goals. They just don't have enough power down there to kick a winning score.
We can now stream every game of Triple M Footy live on the Listener app. Download it now. LISTNR. Season 2023 about to get underway for the Crows and the Giants here at Giant Stadium. What about crowd watch, Luffy? What are your tippings rolling through the gates at the minute?
Well, as I was walking in with our producer Andrew, I said 8,200. I'm actually going to downgrade that. The problem is that on the eastern side, they only let them sit in the sun. Now, what they've done is smartly, they've opened the top tier because it is so hot and so sunny. 5,500.
There's a big promotion around $2 hot chips, but it's too damn hot for it.
Well, they've got sneaky sound system. They played here before the game. There was a whole 8 people watching them.
Let's head to Ewan Giles on the boundary.
In the pre-game, Crows coach Matthew Nix said that Jordan Dawson's just a winner, so much so he was 2 from 2 in the toss in the pre-season. Make it 3 from 3. The Crows won the toss and a kick it to the right of your radio dial.
For Bob James Seamarts, here is Brad Seymour to get us underway for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy, the Crows and the Giants.
Perfect afternoon for footy. Still day in Sydney, 33 degrees.
Rochelle starting the middle with Cornelio. Green
Umpire holds the ball aloft. We are set to go. Giants and Adelaide, errant bounce. Why don't you just throw it up, umpire? As they get reset. O'Brien and Matty Finn. O'Brien will win this to about 11 o'clock. Cornelio should pounce upon it. Thrust out of his hands. Saligo grabs it. Driving ball inside forward 50. And it'll escape Fogarty and Taylor. That looks like an early matchup. And ball trundles end on end out of play in the forward pocket southern end.
Yeah, Rochelle started the middle on Cornelio, Green and Laird together, and Berry and Kelly.
And Haynes going to Rankin as well. So throw in Walker as he did so well. Tap down to Rankin, snap on goal. And he's just missed.
They're going to review this, it looks like.
Maybe touched, are they reviewing? Because I think it actually went through the big sticks.
Okay.
Could be a perfect start, though, for Isaac Rankin.
What about the ruck work from Walker? Hasn't that been important for Adelaide? Just to give O'Brien a little bit
strength.
of a chop out?
We see Tom Hawkins do it so well for the Premiers.
Yeah. Just that low centre of gravity, the hips, the thighs that Walker and Hawkins have, they can just bump their opponent out of the ground and get first access to the ball.
Crows are getting set up here just for the kick in, just in case.
So we're just... looks as though we're having a bit of a review, are we? The Triple M Harvey Norman replay and goal score review.
Another matchup, 2 bolts. Toby Green and Duday started full forward for the Giants.
It's a behind, boys, so 1 point. Rankin, Adelaide, they're 1. We've yet to score for the Giants. All that happening on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Good for him to get into the game straight away, though, Isaac Rankin.
So Whitfield tucks it under his left arm, driving ball to the eastern side. They'll do battle with the fist. It was a free kick, and it will. Going to Hinge. So Hinge now to repel for Adelaide. Centre wing out of side. Driving ball to the hot spot. They fly. No one can take the mark. Ball in the back. Orange jumpers everywhere. They get back. Keys to put some pressure on. Green involved again. A little dinky little ball. Misses the target and Kelly. Iden to help him out. Hinge working hard over the footy. Forward 50. Back to Kelly via handball. And a lot of players around the footy. It'll spill out now to Weir a chance to clear.
The big hit there on Rochelle. Iden grabbed the free footy. Got it to Kelly. Cornelio now. Through centre wing. Delivering nicely to Himmelberg. He's got the long locks. Lost Luffy. He's gone your style.
Didn't recognise him out there.
Here's Toby Green. Standalone captain. He's 60 from home. Going to the left of your radio dial. Just a squaring ball to Flynn. It looks good. He's got him. Gee, he just found the big ruckman standing by himself, 40 out.
Really clever kick there from Toby Green. He just scanned the forward line and the defenders had slid back for Adelaide Crows, but there was space for Flynn to just drop in, and he went in unaccounted for.
So he's straight in front, the big fella. He runs in or walks in. He's about to cross the paint of 50. Lets it go from 45. Looks okay. He's got it. So Giants get the opener. They are 1 straight 6. Adelaide 1 point. All of that happening on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard, supporting traders with over 120 stores, a wide range of lighting, electrical products, and expert trade teams who offer the best services, making every tradie's job easier. Jude Bolton, Troy Luff on Triple M footy.
Just have a look at the Triple M Harvey Norman replay. Toby Green had the ball. He went back to play on quickly, but all the Giants players had pushed so far into defence that he had to wait for someone to present. And in the end, it was the ruckman, not the forwards, who ended up finding some space because the Crows had ended up pushing too deep to block that sort of 0 to 25 metres out, and Flynn had plenty of room to run into.
480 games of experience with us in the box. Jude Bolton, Troy Luff, thanks to Triple M Super. Special comments. Seabus Super making hard work pay off. So the home side draw first blood. They're 1 straight 6. The Crows 1 behind, 4 minutes gone first term for McDonald's and Ream Hotwater. Triple M Rocks footy. Finn again puts the big knee into O'Brien. It'll come out towards of Rochelle. He's caught in a good tackle. Ball and all tackle from Big Matty Flynn.
We spoke about that being an important matchup, these two ruckmen, and setting the tone, and Flynn's certainly done that early.
He's got a goal and then a nice tap down to Tom Green. It went straight to Smith for Adelaide, though. He sends them forward. Pack forms. Walker flew. Ground level. Attacking it. Couldn't take the ball. Here's Rochelle for Adelaide. Ball spills out Taylor. Best and fairest last year for the Giants. Oh, a little stumble there. Opportunity for Berry. Lines it up. Kick on the way. It's touched. So, umpire has called touched.
We're calling touched off the boot. Just need to confirm that, okay? Thanks for the footy. Cheers.
So we're going the double confirmation, are we, from the score review?
Why would they need to review it when the umpire's called touched off the boot already? Yes, it went through the goals, but he called touched in general play. So is he doubting his own decision now, the umpire?
Getting a look at the Harvey Norman replay. Say hello to Great Mobile Deals on now at Harvey Norman. Shop in store or online.
You can see the fingers bent back.
So she'll be a point again. So Adelaide 2 shots, 2 score reviews, 2 behinds. It's 1 straight 6 Giants. Adelaide 2 points. Triple M Beacon trade scoreboard. Opening term played nearly 6 minutes.
Isaac Cumming with it. He stands, spins the footy in his hands in the defensive goal square. Called to play on now. Chooses the eastern side. Driving ball wide. Demanded Riccardi come out. Couldn't complete the mark. Canelio down low. Saligo bursting through. Tries to take the footy. Couldn't do so. Giants to win it off halfback. Kelly on the wrong side. And Duday, terrific use of the body. Outpointed Green. Tom Green. Toby Green, that would be, on that occasion. And a little squaring ball as they set up at halfback.
Just getting a bit of control here, Adelaide. Just happy to chip mark through the midfield here.
Triple M Seabus super special comments. Jude Bolton there along with Troy Luff today. Here's Murray for Adelaide. Nice ball to Sloane. Former skipper just chisels one down the line. It's a good ball too to Luke Pedler. Got him just back with a centre wing. Unloads a big long left foot ball in the Walker direction. Oh, he tried to sort of half take it and then half tap it to Rankin, didn't he?
It came off the boot. That'll be a free kick to the Crows.
He's looking
out
at
the full.
Looking at Triple M Reds End lending stats. The Giants have had 23 disposals. The Crows just
Texans
11.
going here, Luffy from right in the pocket area, and he's nailed the goal. Walker. So Adelaide, they hit the lead, 1-2-8. And, geez, a talented man when he has a shot. 1 straight 6, the Giants, on the Triple M Beacon trade scoreboard.
Yeah, just looking at the Harvey Norman replay for Triple M, you could see Walker just being able to wheel around. He was right on the junction, but we know how quality, a beautiful kick he is. He was just able to size that up. And they are actually quite not too wide, these pockets here at Giant Stadium, and he was able to just drill that time.
Bit of lacklustre defence. Triple M Harvey Norman replay. Say hello to Great Mobile Deals on now. Harvey Norman, shop in store or online. No one manning the mark. The big Texan just waltzed through 50 and nailed it for the Crows' first goal from an acute angle. 7 gone first term. 1-2-8 the Crows. 1 straight 6 GWS for McDonald's and Triple M. Rocks football. Disputed ball in the middle. Saligo leaves it behind. The Giants could escape with it. They do. A little up and under handball to Canelio. Long ball, goal square. Good hands. That butts back there. That was Murray. Terrific mark. So he stands tall now. He'll look to repel to the western side.
Interesting to see what Matty Nix has done. He's pushed Isaac Rankin into the midfield now, and it's switched Rochelle forward.
So ball out of play. We'll have it tossed in pretty much straight in front of us here in the Triple M commentary box. It's 1-2-8. It's 1 straight 6. Adelaide lead it by 2 points over the Giants in very, very oppressive conditions for the opening round today. O'Brien tapped down. It's that humidity as well. There's a bit of that hanging around. Perryman, little handball out. Kelly, he's hassled. Oh, umpire's called it. So just the jumper being held on Kelly from Berry. And Kelly's got the footy 60 from home.
This will be his 5th disposal, lads.
A beautifully skilled player, isn't he? So Kelly now, 65 from home to the southern end. High ball in. Adelaide well positioned. And the skipper in Dawson just chimes in front of Riccardi, takes an uncontested mark. So they settle in now. 9 minutes played first term. Play on's the call. Jordan Dawson, the skipper, to repel. Goes wide and demands Sloane, and he doesn't let him down. Sloane with the footy. Turns him board. Little corridor kick to Schoenberg. He can go now. Just backward to centre wing. Driving ball towards half forward. Iden put the big dukes up, but Himmelberg stood really tall. And Elliot Himmelberg, that is about 55 from home.
And he's just wanting to put a footy inside 50. McAdam on the end of it. And look, that's a bit of the difference. Giants going forward have been a bit sloppy. Adelaide are finding targets.
Their efficiency, absolutely. They're running at 88% by foot, Adelaide. This is their fifth entry inside forward 50.
Triple M Red's Ed Lending stats. Red's Ed Lending, loans for the self-employed. REDZED.com. So McAdam, 45-degree angle, 30 metres out, starts it right, brings it back beautifully. Dead-eye Dick sort of stuff. And Adelaide have got 2. 2-2-14, Giants 1 straight 6. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. You got Troy Luff and you got Jude Bolton on Triple M footy for Seabus Super.
I've just been tracking Nick Haynes and he's doing exactly as we expected. He's playing off his man. In that instance, he turned around and he was actually looking for Taylor Walker because he's the one that normally leads into that space. But Walker's sitting on the bench. So Nick Haynes ended up being, where do I go, where should I go, and end up leading space for McAdam to run into, and well finished off. Another goal for the Crows.
2-2-14 to 1 straight 6. So the visitors with a couple of quick ones. Walker and McAdam. Big Matty Finn as the Giants first. Hot day in Sydney. Not a breath of wind. Sun beating down. We await a restart. It's thanks to McDonald's. Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks Footy. Don't forget at McDonald's. Head to Macca's for 10 chicken McBites for just $3. What a one-handed grab that is. So the Giants to escape from the middle, and it's that man Kelly again. Driving ball towards half forward. Malera will get back in front of Ward and takes a fine defensive grab. He's fans wide. Back in the footy was Smith to Schoenberg. So they've settled well here, Adelaide. They've worked it. Not 15. Play on. Saligo involved as he goes wider to Hinge.
So left foot ball and Adelaide inside 50. Rankin again. Geez, making his presence felt, and he bolts.
Absolutely. He's moving really well, but I love the way Adelaide are just using the usable. Been able to take what the Giants have been able to give them, but they've been executing by foot, and most Crows fans would be frustrated last year at some of the lack of execution throughout games. They've looked really good early in this game.
Got to say, I'm excited with using the usable. I like it. Really good stuff, Bolts. So Rankin, he had one denied earlier on, and he's going to go from 55. Launches a really long one, gets it right there. It's fisted through. So Adelaide doing all the attacking. 2-3-15. We got the Giants 1 straight 6. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Supporting tradies over 120 stores, a wide range of lighting and electrical products, and expert trade teams who offer the best services, making every tradie's job easier.
So Isaac Cumming ambles away from fullback. Driving ball eastern side of the ground. He wants Toby Green. Laird. That was Duday. Laird went up, but Duday took a fine mark. So looks to square it to Smith. So often the architect off halfback. Driving ball, low ball. Fogarty can't get into the play. Comes to the front. Kelly with a little fumble, with a little slippery ball. Spills to Laird. Laird flying shot at goal. Will miss. Near side, it'll be a minor score. They move to 2-4-16, the Crows. They lead the Giants 1 straight 6. And that happening on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Ewan Giles, Bob Jane T-Marts.
Yeah, potential injury concern here for GWS Giants. Harry Perryman's come off the ground. He's up on the bench getting his right hamstring tested, and the sub for Giants, Adam Kennedy's up doing some warm-ups.
Okay, keep an eye on that. Ewan Giles there for Bob Jane T-Marts. Big contest. Toby Green and Smith both went at it hard, and it spills out of play.
That's courage from Smith. He was running back into Toby Green. He had no idea what was coming at him. Eyes only for the ball, and it was a great spoil in the end.
So throw in, we're at half forward here for the Giants. Adelaide lead at 2-4-16 to 1 straight 6. Played nearly 14 minutes opening term. Or Kelly sort of got set up there. Here's Laird. Little sideways handball. Sideways and backward to Sloan. Just measures a nice ball to Key. And they're using by foot very well, Adelaide. It goes deep. Running hard, Pedler. Couldn't quite get there. Nice work coming. Himmelberg. This is the Adelaide version. Elliott tried to gather. Nice. Daniels got it to Iden. The Giants stand strong. Asher's got to be quick. He released the footy. Danger, though. Here's the new skipper, Dawson.
He'll cut it off, Jordan. He can go all the way here, Jordan Dawson. Loads up from 55. And just misses. They're peppering here, the Crows. They're unyielding at the moment. 14 minutes first term, 2-5-17. They lead the Crows 1 straight 6. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Love the pressure from the front half of the Adelaide Crows there. You can see Pedler pushing back and forcing that ball into scramble by presenting on the top of Cumming.
Here's Tom Green. Oh, Cornelio. Little case of the fumbles. Had time to butter up and gather. Here's Tom Green again. Touched. Whitfield trying to gather. Laird, some nice heat around the ball. Kelly wraps him up, and I reckon we're at a stalemate here. Ball still bobbling around. We'll have a ball up.
There's that pressure, though, again. It's coming from the front half, and then the defenders are able to set up really well for Adelaide.
11 points the Crows lead by halfway through this first term. Bit fumbly, the Giants early. There's Whitfield out of trouble, up and under ball. Hogan, his first touch. It's a handball. It's a hit and hope. Toby Green makes it look all right. Duday makes it look even better. Malera involved. Slick little handball as they line up off the back of the square. Centre half back now, Keys. Driving ball towards half forward. Taylor, superb positioning.
In the back.
Out pointed Fogarty on that occasion. And Big Sammy Taylor will take the free kick at half back for the Giants.
The umpire actually called hands in the back there. You saw that, Bolts. And then the other umpires called it a mark.
You and Giles, Bob Jane teammates.
Yeah, sub made for Giants, 15-minute mark, first quarter. Perryman off with a right hamstring. Adam Kennedy into the game.
Just getting to keep an eye on Lloyd as well, Gilesy. He's just got the footy, but he was on his haunches for about 2 minutes there. Ball spills out. Adelaide under some heat in defence. Giants trying to press Schonberg. He was outpointed there. Little tap was nice. Gained some meterage from Peatling. Snap from Toby. He's missed. Minor score only. So it's 1-1-7 Giants, 2-5-17 Adelaide. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard played 16 minutes.
The effort from Peatling on hands and knees just to keep that ball in the front half. Sensational work. That's a huge story, though, with Perryman out so early.
Yep.
So 10 points to the Crows. Brody Smith brings it back in as pin points. Beautiful kick. Finds Murray. In turn finds Roselli on defensive halfback. True centre halfback position. Driving ball now towards half forward. Penetrating ball.
Taylor.
Gives Keys the opposition to turn and go. He does. He can't hit the target in Taylor. And seeing the ball out of play was Buckley. And we'll have a throw in forward 50 broadcast side for the Crows.
He just need to take another step or two to settle himself down. Taylor had 3 or 4 metres on his opponent then and was running into the clear. Just need to put it out in front of him to make it an easy mark.
So the umpire is trying to figure out who's going into the ruck contest here. Walker just smacks it toward the line. Whitfield sharked it. Here's Tom Green for the Giants. Left foot down the line ball to Himmelberg. Just over the top of him. Duday nice inboard to Millerer. No handball to Butts. Tight against the wing. Kelly was the intercepting hand. Some pressure out of play. And we will have it thrown in. And it's a 17-7 game. Crows by 10 points. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Triple M Red Z Lending stats, boys. Red Z Lending loans for the self-employed. REDZED.com.
Tom Green's had 7 disposals. Connor Idens had 6. Miller and Duday have had 4 each for the Crows.
10 points to the Crows as Tom Green, centre wing, wants to square the footy and he's given it up.
So Adelaide have been so good on transition. Here's Laird. They try and go again. Got it. McAdam. So he nailed a goal from a very nice spot earlier on. He's straight in front from his, right on his range here.
That's the kick from Laird there. You can see the ineffective kick from Keys into Walker early on. That's what you want to lead to. Just low and hard out in front.
And I watched again. Players were running to where Walker was leading. And that left more space again for McAdam to come into.
So McAdam, he's been lively. He's going to go right from 50. Got under it a bit and just pushes it to the left. It's a minor score. So they're 2-6 Adelaide, 18. The Giants are 1-1-7. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
12-6 inside 50 is Adelaide's favour. They should be doing a lot better with their shots a goal.
So they look to transition from defence via the silky skills of Whitfield. He gets it to Harry Himmelberg and he puts it across the line and centre wing broadcast side. And we'll have a throw in. Butts to do the defensive work. Jogs back. 2-6-18. The Crows. 1-1-7 the Giants. McDonald's and Rimholt Water. Triple M rocks your Sunday afternoon footy. 30 degrees in Sydney. Hot conditions. Rory Laird down low. Ward beat him to it. Well done. Gives it to Cornelio. Slick little give. High ball. Centre half forward. High up and under. Going back with a flight. That was Adam Kennedy. But Duday's going to be awarded the free kick. He was copped high. And he'll settle things across half-back.
Just Cal Ward's effort there at the stoppage. It was 2-on-1 at the front of the stoppage, but crashing in and winning that footy.
Jude Bolton there with Troy Luff today for Seabus Super. Ball spills out. Opportunity on the left boot coming. Nice target. Got Green. This is Tom. Just forward to centre wing. Right at the interchange gate for his team. He goes over the top and Haynes, who literally just came onto the ground, goes straight to him. Slow build up here by the Giants. Adelaide are jam-packed back in the 50. Haynes gets on with it. Puts a long high ball in. O'Brien sets himself. Hogan at the back, but Big Riley too strong and took a pretty comfy mark in the end.
The perfect positioning by the big ruckman. Gives it to his captain via hand, and Dawson just assesses and squeezes it to broadcast side back pocket to Saligo. So they settle here, Adelaide. We approach 20 minutes first term. They've dominated possession thus far. They lead at 2-6-18. GWS 1-1-7. That's not Saligo's best as he kicks it out in the full. And they'll get a free kick going to Connor Iden. Just forward to centre wing. Western side of the ground. Looking to go back into attack.
O'Brien's folded back again, sitting in front.
There's two of them sitting in front there, right in the hot spot.
So Iden now. Will he go long? Yes, he does. He loads up, kicks it just near the pocket. They fly. No one can take the mark. Tom Green down low. Searching handball. Canelio, can he get his boot to it? He can. Will it bend? It won't. It'll be a minor score for the ex-captain. 1 goal, 2-8. The Giants, they trail the Crows 2-6-18. And that happening in Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. And Bob J&T March, you and Giles boundary side.
Into time on in the first quarter, and both teams look completely spent. They've got the big fans going on the bench, grabbing plenty of cold towels out of the ice buckets as well. The heat is really hammering down here, 35 degrees at the moment.
Dawson brings it into Rochelle. You and Giles there for Bob J&T March. Buy 3, get 1 free. They've got great deals there, plus instant cash back. Call or order online today. T's and C's apply. Adelaide move it very quickly from front to back. Nice fist coming through there. It ends up with Tom Green for the Giants. It bounced off Buckley. He was the late inclusion, was Jack. Now an opportunity on the outer side. Working hard and trying to get a long ball moving forward. Kennedy puts them deep. Big fly Hogan. He was 3 deep though. Dawson at the front for Adelaide. Just measures it nicely. Here's Michael Annie. Delivers a beautiful ball. Adelaide through the middle. They're out here. Pedler's got a couple of options. And it is Rankin. He's got the Texan over the top. He's just going to steady, stabilise inboard Rochelle.
Good decision.
Patient movement.
Great hard running though from the Crows. As we said, it's a super hot conditions out here, but they were able to move that really swiftly. I love the way they've been using it by foot. 32 marks to 13 in this first quarter alone.
And the Crows are using the centre of the ground way more than the Giants are. And they just want to get it in quickly. I think it's a hot day. Get in as quick as you can, create as many opportunities as you can, and they're doing it well so far.
So Rochelle, he looks destined to spend a lot more time in the guts. He's a key forward when he goes there. He normally kicks and he does. So Rochelle gets Adelaide's third. They move to 3-6-24. The Giants are 1-2-8. And Luffy, your point about the quick movement and bolts, Adelaide, the way they're able to transition and on turnover get it forward with not really a lot of pressure. I mean, it's a really good point of their game today so far.
Yeah, they've been able to just look up, spot a target, hit that target, and then get work off the back of that. And then just on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay, I just love seeing the fact that Rankin had eyes for his teammates to sack off the mark. He was looking to share that around, and you just want to see that forge that synergy with your teammates in the front half, and he's got that with Rochelle there.
You say not a lot of pressure, Yoda. 1 tackle.
Oh, wow.
1 tackle the Giants have had so far. That is terrible.
Red Z Lending.
Troy Luff, Jude Bolton. Triple M Seabus Super special comments this afternoon. Seabus Super making hard work pay off. So margin 16 points now. The visitors 3-6. The home side 1-2 for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. Tom Green involved again. Great tackle. Stripped him of it. Going to the big man. He quick give to a little low down one to Laird. Laird driving ball to full forward. They're on again here. The Crows have it all set. It won't. Orange jumpers everywhere as they crash in from all angles. Spilling ball back to Laird. Laird a flying shot at goal. And it misses near side. 3-7 now, Adelaide. 3-7-25. Shadows a quarter time. 1-2-8 the Giants. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Supporting tradies, Yoda. Over 120 stores. Wide range of hot lighting, electrical products, expert trade teams who offer the best services, making every tradie job easier.
Well, 2 things. Oh, what about the fly? Big fly What about the drag down? Massive.
He was
Big
standing
eight.
on his shoulders.
Old Harry. Out of side, centre wing. That's big time stuff. And then that next bit just kicks it straight to O'Brien. Or Rochelle. He caught the heavy one.
Harvey Norman replay. It was all over O'Brien. Fantastic.
Adelaide try and work it forward. Ball spills down. Middling ball. Through the middle is where the Giants go forward. Toby Green had some pressure from Duday. Just did enough. Got the handball on the up. Here's Hinge. Stepped around two. That was too easy. As Luffy said, they've had one tackle. There was two missed there. Here's Fogarty on the lead up. Couldn't hit him. Callaghan. Centre wing. Left foot ball inboard is good to Ward.
Now Ward can go quickly. Centre wing out of side. Low little dart. Didn't hit the target again. Here's Michael Annie. And a couple of nice touches, and that's no exception. So they turn and go. Himmelberg, that's Elliott. Delivers to Keys. Completely on top here, the Crows. He shares it again. Rochelle involved. A little low dart and finds Tex Walker. So centre wing, he looks up. Spears one in, but that's a little too low. And read well by Tom Green at true centre half back position.
So Adelaide got a pretty comfy lead at the moment, 25-8. We've played nearly 26 minutes opening term. Very warm conditions here at Giant Stadium for these boys today. Taylor on the defensive 50 for the Giants. He's going to kick it straight to Walker. So the Texan.
The lack of connection, Gator, it's been appalling from the Giants. They've come out for bruise-free footy. They've just wanted a nice practice match feel, float around, and the Crows have come out firing.
And here's Smith. He's got a couple of really long, deep options. Flying at the back, couldn't drag it down. Saligo got the hands to Fogarty. He wasn't expecting it. Some nice pressure there. And now Elliott Himmelberg tried to get this snap-around kick. It's going right there, but it's fisted over the line. Jack Buckley was that man who put the big smother on to save the goal. And it's out of bounds. We'll have it thrown in.
Just the forward pressure and the desperation from the Adelaide Crows to keep the ball in their forward line, give their forwards opportunity. It's immense at the moment.
Unsympathetic, the Crows. Intensity levels far superior to the Crows at this stage. They throw it in forward pocket, Crows. Straight down to Rankin. And Rankin nails it. Walker, Rankin, put it in the book. The Crows get their fourth. They're 4-7-31. The Giants are 1-2-8 on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Yeah, let's have a look at the Triple M Harvey Norman replay. And as you mentioned, Walker just able to just get the front position on Flynn, and then with Rankin goal side of his opponent being able to walk straight through. It was on Lockie Whitfield, just really poor to follow him through. You've got to know that he's so dangerous. Unbelievable work from Taylor Walker. He walked back straight and just gave it to Flynn.
And that's what ruckmen do when you haven't got the height of the other ruckman, is you can't get into a jostle with them because they're going to beat you. You've got to take those extra couple of steps back because that means that the ruckman will follow you. Now, Walker's pretty good on the sprint, so he gets straight in front, gets the advantage, can jump up high, and a beautiful tap.
Troy Luff and Jude Bolton, Seabus Super Special comments. We're back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. The other thing Texan's got is a very footy smart fella, particularly up forward, and he just knows where the little boys want it. Ball on ground level. O'Brien off the deck. Quick hands there by Ash. Flynn now for the Giants. Got it to Canelio. Can they launch a late goal here, the Giants? They've been under siege. Adelaide peel back. Dawson. Look at the foot race happening. Nice little gather and snap. Goal going to Brent Daniels. And they needed that. Giants 2-2-14. Adelaide, they've had 11 shots, Adelaide, but 4-7-31. All of that happening on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Great to see Brent Daniels back in. It's just fantastic to see this man get out there and get on the end of it on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay. But it was just a quick entry. They had the contest in the goal scope. Crows allowed that over the back, and he just used his pace. And a really quality finish on the left.
Well, Brent Daniels' last game was round 21, 2021. So a year and a half out of the game, and he was so important for the Giants. He was a ball getter, his delivery was fantastic, and his pressure, he never stopped. So it's really good to see him back.
The Shadows of quarter time. 4-7 plays 2-2. Crows dominated most of play, been a little bit inaccurate in front of goal for McDonald's and Reen Hot Water. We're into it again. Cornelio out of the middle. Can it sit for him? No. Laird to put the pressure on him. Gives it to McAdam. He pushes it to Keys. Back to Laird. Handball's slick. It'll come out to Sloan. He goes with an underground ball. Beautifully delivered.
That's 50. 50, surely.
And Rankin marks right on the boundary line, only about 35 out southern end.
Mark's here.
Thank
you.
You can hear the umpire's mic.
So we've got 4 umpires out there for 2023, and they're all looking at each other, wondering who's actually in control.
And who's going to make the decision?
Well, this man's
that's a clear
in
50
control.
metres.
This man's in control at the moment.
What are his numbers so far, boys, on Red Z for Rankin?
He's had 6 kicks, all effective at this point, and he's had 2 clearances as well and the 1 goal.
So he'll start his approach from the gutter. Hemmed in, broadcast side. Acute angle. He'll have to thread the needle, but he does possess the skills. Deliberate shot at goal, and he misses near side. A bit skinny off the boots. 4-8-32 now. The Crows, they lead the Giants 2-2-14 on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Love the work from Rory Laird, though, in the middle. It came on the back of Kelly was walking out with the footy for a clearance. Pressure, and they got that in the front half.
So Hogan on the outer side. He's worked his way up to centre wing. Got the handball to Callaghan. They're going backwards here at the moment, the Giants. Ash got a forward handball to Hogan. Just a little tap on.
Kick back here.
Free kick. Umpires, which way is it going?
Adelaide here.
So it's going the Crows.
Stand the mark here.
Big turnover.
Massive
That was
turnover.
prohibited contact.
Giants were
Against
just
Lockie
about...
Ash.
That was prohibited contact. The ball was long gone.
Okay,
Time
so
on.
umpires mic'd up exclusively for Triple M. You heard it all there. You won't hear that anywhere else. Ball fisted away. That was by Taylor for the Giants. It's out of play. 25 around Crows goal.
Have a look at Jordan Dawson, Bolts. He's just playing the quarterback role. Every other player is the centre and forward for the Adelaide Crows. Jordan Dawson just sitting right back, the only player, and it's been rewarding for him. He's been able to stop some of the thrust from the Giants.
And even 3 goals. The Giants looked to repel. Cornelio's hands were slick, as was Ward's. Isaac Cumming in the back pocket. Goes back to Ward with a little fumble. Whitfield has a fumble too. Has to push it towards Callaghan. Well, they look tired and lethargic, the Giants.
Sloppy.
And the ball out of play. And it will stay the Crows' end of the ground. Inside the final minute, it's 4-8-32 Adelaide. They're leading the Giants 2-2-14 Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Love getting the opportunity to speak to Matthew Nix about Jordan Dawson and his impact at the club thus far, and he just goes, he's a winner. He's a winner, and that's what we love about him.
We got the toss, of course, earlier on as well, as Gilesy told us for Bob Jane T-Marts. He's 3 from 3 in that scenario. You want to be just taking him along for the day at the track. Here's a handball now, opportunity for Berry, squaring it. Now it's inboard ball, and Rankin
again.
So how does he find the space? It's like, well, Haynes started on him, and then they're trying different guys.
He had a breakout game at the SCG halfway through the last year, or early stages of last year, and he just realised how he's got to just keep himself active inside forward 50, keep presenting, keep coming at the ball carrier. He's found space all through this first term.
The Giants defenders are peeling off looking for Walker and Fogarty and have just made it one-on-one with Rankin. So if he's one-on-one, give him the opportunity.
So he's looking for another goal. He has been lively as heck as Isaac Rankin. Coming up for number 8 on the Red Z. Looking for his second goal. Crosses the paint of 50. Goes to 45. Long ball pulls left. So this has been the bad part of Adelaide's quarter. He's kicked 1-3. Adelaide have kicked 4-9. So this could really have opened up, but it hasn't. The Giants are still hanging around. So it's 4-9-33 Adelaide. Giants at 2-2-14 around the grounds for RAA. Last night the Swans by 49 points over the Suns and the Demons by 50 over the Bulldogs. Later on today it's the Hawks and the Bombers and of course the Ross Lyon, Cups and Kilda and the Dockers. Will be covering that one for you on Triple M Footy. Quarter time at Giants Stadium. It's 33-14. Adelaide lead it for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter for Beacon Trade, supporting tradies with over 120 stores, a wide range of lighting and electrical products, and expert trade teams who offer the best services, making every tradie's job easier.
For McDonald's,
Triple M rocks footy.
Head to Macca's for 10 chicken McBites for just $3. What a one-handed grab.
You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly.
Shut up! The footy's on the radio!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Titanium Caravans. Tough on and off the field.
Quarter time, Giant Stadium here in Sydney, and Adelaide lead it. They are 4 goals, 9-33. The Giants are 2-2-14 for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. We're about to head down to Ewan Giles on the boundary for Bob Jane Teamarts. And Giles, a pretty warm day. What's happening down there?
Yeah, quite unusual actually, Yada. For those who've ever been to the footy up in Darwin might remember that the teams often go into like a cool room at quarter time and three-quarter time. Not quite at that level here today at Giant Stadium, but they're over right near the benches. The teams are probably only about maybe less than 10 metres separated, and they're right over in the shade in the benches trying to cool down a bit. Lots of cool towels and ice and things of that nature. Just a reminder that the Giants have already used their sub in this game. Harry Perryman done for the day with a right hamstring concern. Adam Kennedy straight into the game, and the Crows sub still waiting with the vest on is Tyler Brown.
And Ewan, just looking at the flags, it looked like there's no breeze whatsoever to help with cooling anything down.
There is absolutely no breeze, whatever, Luffy. You get more of a zephyr, mate, when you're there at Seminyak and Bali, mate, than what we got here at Giant Stadium today.
Oh, fantastic stuff. There he is, Gilesy. Bob Jane Teamarts have great buy 3, get 1 free deals, plus instant cash back. Call or order online. T's and C's apply. Troy Luff, Jude Bolton, opening quarter. Take us through it. What does it all mean?
Yeah, for me it was just probably the inefficiency and lack of want to put pressure on from the Giants. It was so stark in that first quarter. Every time they went forward, they just turned the footy over on the back of pressure from the Adelaide Crows, and then the Crows just used it by foot mostly throughout that quarter. They took 42 marks on the Triple M Red Z lending stats to just 19 for the Giants and just cut through them. The only thing that probably let the Crows down was just in front of goal.
I mean, 42 marks in a quarter of football, that's amazing. Obviously, it's great conditions for that, but zero pressure. You have a look at the tackle count, 2. The Giants had 2 tackles that quarter, and because there's no pressure, that means there's no pressure on the kicker. It means it's easy to take a mark. 80% disposal rate for the Adelaide Crows.
Extraordinary.
And that is amazing.
Inside forward 50 too.
8 marks inside. Like, if you have 8 marks in a game inside forward 50, that's great. And it's just such a shame the Crows have wasted those opportunities by their poor kicking at goal. They've kicked 4 goals, 9. From the inside 50 count, 20 to 13.
All right, on the flip side of the coin, boys, focus on the home side. What's to like, a lot to dislike, but what's to like what they're doing so far?
For me, the initial couple of minutes where you see Flynn sort of crashing in, he was the one who laid the first tackle of their 2 for the quarter, but he sort of pushed hard forward on Riley O'Brien, but then O'Brien really hit back and had a terrific quarter, particularly giving some service to his midfielders. So I think it's just they've got to start hitting in. They've got to crack in, get their hands on the ball, and start being more effective going forward.
When they do go forward, they're kicking it to the pack situation. That's where O'Brien has just been sitting in the hole. He took a couple of marks doing it that way. They need to go sideways, get it out into where the space is. We saw Iden, that last inside 50 they had, kicked it straight to O'Brien.
Here's Brad Seymour on Triple M Footy.
19 points to the visitors. An electric start by the Crows. 13 scoring shots to 4 in that open term. 8 tackles to 2 and 42 to 19 in the marks. Complete domination.
Play on.
So for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, we're underway in the second, and it starts exactly the way the first went. Adelaide charge forward. Fogarty at the back, a little tug on the jumper. And he gives away the free kick to Sammy Taylor.
To Sam, please.
Good clearance from Saligo there.
Fogarty is yet to touch the ball bolts. He's the only Crows player that hasn't actually had a possession.
So his eyes dart left and right, and he chooses Isaac Cumming in the back pocket. So 4-9 versus 2-2 to quarter time. Crows in control. O'Brien versus Flynn. O'Brien, he has to bend down now. Caught it in centre wing. Has to push the ball forward. They've been good in this area. Laird leaves it behind. Schoenberg goes in for another lick. He can't find it. Rory Sloane bends down. He's caught in a good tackle from Toby Green. It'll spill out now. Ward, slick little give. Tom Green handballs to nobody. And Tex, is it Tex? No, it's Duday. Should clear from half back.
Or on cue, Fogarty. Here he is, Luffy. He's got his first red Z, puts it inside 50. Bit of a wobbly ball. Haynes back on Walker. Walker did well. Too easy. The big fella. Left foot snap, but he's missed. So they are 4 goals, 10 Adelaide, 34. You wonder if this sort of stuff can bite later on. 2-2-14. The Giants, all that happening on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
I don't know about Haynes on Walker, because Walker will let Haynes just run up the ground and he'll just sit back. And then when it comes to a one-on-one, body-on-body, Walker's just too strong.
Even 20 points now. The Crows 34. Giants 14. They look to advance on the outer side. Isaac Cumming, usually a beautiful user of the footy, kicked it straight to Rory Sloane. So Sloane from 55 puts it into the pocket. No one can mark. Isaac Cumming left. Well, he lost his footing, had to go with a speculative handball. Saligo was clever. He took the tackle, goes backwards towards Sloane. Canelio cut it off. And we'll get a throw in, 40 out from the Crows' goal, attacking the northern end in this term. And they lead at 4-10-34. It's the Giants, 2-2-14.
Watch for Rankin working at the front here.
So he's got Tom Green right on his tail. Umpire throws it in. 40 around from Adelaide's goal. So Fogarty in the ruck scenario there against Flynn. Canelio cleared it for the Giants. Works it up towards centre wing. Hogan, nice effort. Ground level, he got it working around the body to Toby Green. He's looking for the next link in the chain. It's not overly clear. He needs some work rate happening.
Dawson just patrolling back there at the moment, giving good coverage. Just force that back inward.
So Toby Green goes to Tom Green. And Tom Green able to find Hogan. 70 from home. Now he's got a long option with Lloyd, and he's going in the direction of Lloyd now. Ball spills. Lloyd follows up. Ground level. Kennedy in there. Here's Kelly for the Giants. He's wrapped up by Millerer. And the Adelaide defence, it's spilled from the grasp of Duday there. This ball in dispute. Riccardi to Hogan. Just a around-the-body sort of ball, and Dawson. He's able to plant himself in the spot. For Adelaide, he clears it. Oh, gee. Fogarty was bearing down on Hogan, and he sort of lost it tunnel ball style, and he gets it back to Big Fog. An opportunity for Duday around the body up the centre wing.
Yeah, Saligo's got his work cut out here. He does pretty well, brings it to ground. Isaac Cumming out, pointed him. Gives it to Tom Green, a little low ball down, and they can reset here, the Giants. This is better for the Giants.
Yeah, having a good couple of minutes here from the Giants.
So Kelly chooses the pocket, draws the ball towards Green. He leaves it behind. Good tackle that came from Sloan. Berry down low. He leaves it behind too. Warder flicks a little handball out to Kelly. Can he bend it back? Kelly not far enough. It'll land just in front of goal. And that's a fine mark taken by Hinge. It's a little low ball to Saligo. Rochelli's there too. And they'll fan to the outer side.
So in that back pocket, Smith with the footy. He's looking up the field. Now he wants a bit of run from his teammates. He just has to unload to set a wing to a contest. Saligo at the front. Tom Green came through. Gave it to Cumming, got it back, and Green delivered. Giants on a bit of a lead up there. Kennedy couldn't gather. Daniels did. Got a handball over the top. It's all Adelaide back in defence, though. Pedler, nice little intercept there by Kennedy. So they're working harder, the Giants.
Brought a lot more pressure and intensity, the Giants, in this second term. So Adam Kingsley will be pleased with his senior players, particularly putting some heat on the Crows.
34-14 on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Can't take a caravan to Bali, Luffy, I noticed. Titanium Caravans, tough on and off the field. Glad that they're joining us as partners in 2023. Titanium Caravans.
5-star villas for me, Snapper. In Bali.
20 points the diff. We've got a stoppage in play now.
Dawson coming off with a little bit of blood.
We'll get to you and Giles in just a moment. Bit of claret coming from the forehead.
Thank you.
So we're all set to go again. 4:10:34, 6 minutes played, second term. The Crows 2-2-14. The Giants. Ball spins back into play. Disputed ball at half forward for the Giants. Green, he's been prevalent. He can't get his foot to the ball on that occasion. Ripped off at Hogan down low. Gives it to Toby Green. Toby Green round the body. He misses two. 2-3-15 the Giants. They close the gap by a point. 19 points to diff. 4:10:34 the Crows on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
This is when you're wasteful in the first quarter like the Crows were. 4 goals, 9 or 10. It just gives that chance. The Giants only need a couple to get right back in it.
Jude Bolton there with Troy Luff for Seabus Super. Seabus Super making hard work pay off. Now nice intercept by Haynes. That came from the Smith kick-in. So he's right in the middle of the ground here, Haynes. Works it out wide.
Good work, Rochelli.
Nice work, Rochelli. He was in a contest there with Ware and was able to get the fist on it, finds the line.
But the kick from Haynes to a 50-50, he's actually further away from goal than what Haynes was. You put in a worse position because when he wants to go forward, you've narrowed down the vision and the opportunity.
Yeah, you'd love to penetrate the arc there. You've just got to get it inside forward 50.
Put the backman under pressure by getting it inside the forward 50.
More combative quarter from the home side. They trail it by 20 points. Crows in control at this juncture. Laird fighting hard down low. Smith tries to burrow through. He gets it to Laird. Laird set upon in a good tackle. And Flynn and Ward get up last.
Laird just the 7 touches on the Triple M Red Zeds to date.
Ball elevates in the air. Laird again. Little handball out. Schoenberg was clever. Rochelli, he can run now. Centre wing looks up. Has to just bend the ball back cleverly. And he found Rory Sloan
good
right
run from
in the
Keys.
middle of Giant Stadium. Keys goes quickly and they're on here if they go. They do. They turn and burn. It comes wider still to Pedler. Pedler goes down low and he finds Fogarty. And Fogarty will have a shot from goal. 30 out, 45 degree angle.
Now this might be an inexperienced thing, but Buckley left his man to run forward to try and take on the kicker, and that just left a 1 free, then a 1 free following back. And in the end, it was so much open space because he's taken himself out of a dangerous defensive position.
So Fogarty with the footy, direct approach. We're right behind this. Beautiful kick. Does not deviate. All single goals for the Crows. They've got 5. 5-10-40. They lead the Giants 2-3-15 on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. For Bob Jane T-Marts, here's Ewan Giles.
Yeah, just confirming Jordan Dawson, the skipper of the Crows, is down in the rooms just with a bit of blood coming out near his left eye. The property steward has done his job. He's got a spare jumper and pair of footy shorts and he's getting that sorted out right now.
just on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay, you could just see Ben Keys' work rate. He was the one that got the overlap run, and that's what forced Cumming to come off his opponent, because he'd worked so hard to break into space, and then that just opened up and broke through this defence.
Nick Haynes is playing on Keys, and Nick Haynes was nowhere near that contest because he'd already sagged back to fill in the hole. So that created a 2-on-1 and then another 2-on-1 all the way up the ground.
The McDonald's and Ream Hot Water Triple M Rocks footy. Built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a Ream. 40-15. Adelaide lead it by 25 points. Back in the middle. Rucks go at it here. Flynn got the tap down. Ground level work. Little soccer off the deck. Schonberg gains some metres. Slipped through the hands of McAdam. He's quickly back onto it though. Nice little tap, almost a throw. But he is a little scoop. McAdam reenacting it for the umpire on the Harvey Norman. And the Giants will get it through Cumming. Harvey Norman, say hello to great mobile deals on now at Harvey Norman. Shop in store or online.
It just looks sedate, don't they?
Yeah.
At times, just lethargic, flat-footed, the Giants. They need to find a spark.
Play on.
It's time now. 9 minutes gone, second term. They trail it by 26 points. Crows in control here on a sunny, spectacular day in Sydney. So Kelly from halfback, driving ball, low, dart. No one can mark, ball at the back. Flynn picks it up, gives it to Canelio. Canelio outside of the boot. High ball towards full forward. Going back with the flight. Cleverly with Sloan. He's caught in a good tackle by Daniels. The crowd want holding the footy. They won't get it.
Thanks,
and we'll have a ball out 10 metres out from GWS's goal.
At least there's pressure in the front half. It's been locked in. It gives them an opportunity. Hogan, great body work on his direct opponent.
And he goes at the ruck scenario here, Hogan. Got the tap down, but Smith wrapped up pretty quickly. So, look, there's no doubt this game is balanced out a bit. Still a 25-point Adelaide lead. But the effort, have you heard from Bolts and Luffy, has been good from the Giants. Ward with a snap-on goal, and he's missed. So, 2-5 or 2-4-16 they move to now, the Giants. We've got Adelaide 5-10-40. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Titanium Caravan's tough on and off the field.
Well, after having just 2 tackles in the first quarter, they've already had 7 in this second quarter. We're not even halfway through.
So Malera chooses the outer side, driving ball, but that's a good mark taken by Cumming. So Cumming to repel, gives it to Taylor. Taylor now, driving ball, backwards it came. They fly, no one can take the mark. Saligo down low, Lloyd's put a good tackle on him. Has to release. This ball spits out to Matty Flynn. He's caught with a good tackle. Berry caught high by Toby Green. No free kick. There's 4 of them out there, but they're all blindsided. And we'll get a ball up only 30 metres out from the Giants' goal. Southern end of the ground. Crows 40, Giants 16. 11 gone, second term.
High contact.
Jordan Dawson's also been patched up downstairs, so he'll be ready to return soon.
So Adelaide get the free kick deep in defence. They've been under a little bit more heat, this defensive unit, in the second quarter. So Butts, it works through Smith and finds Schonberg just on this defensive 50 for Adelaide. So they've got a bit of slow play here. They were really up and going in the opening quarter, but just being a little more measured here. O'Brien sets himself. Good contest came from Taylor. Very nice, the Giants. Canelio measures Toby Green. He's got him. Now he's got Big H running back. Oh, it's a squaring ball. Looking for him. Looking for Daniels. Ground level. Himmelberg comes in. Here's Miller for Adelaide. Smith are under all sorts of heat. Peatling comes in. He runs it over. Oh, boy. So they're sucking in the big ones back here, the Crows' defence. It's a minor score at 17 Giants, 40 Adelaide. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Oh, it was an aggressive kick straight up the guts, but it's a turnover. Lockie Ash can repel. He's got Isaac coming. Now, usually a good user of the footy. Crosses centre wing broadcast side. Driving ball back to full forward. No one can mark. Thumping fist came from Butts. Berry down low. He wants McAdam. He can run now. He does. A little low down ball from Pedler is beautifully delivered to Keys' chest. And he marks just forward of centre wing. He's got runners outside. Saligo's worked hard this afternoon. A little chipping ball. And he finds the sure hands of Rankin. Rankin goes inboard. And Taylor, they're having none of that as a no-nonsense defender. He comes with a crushing fist and gets the ball out of play. 5-10-40 the Crows. They lead Giants 2-5-17 at the 13-minute mark, second term.
Just love the urgency, though, Luffy. This Giant side's lifted the intensity, haven't they?
They have to put the pressure on there. It forced the turnover from Rankin then.
Adelaide by 23 points. O'Brien tapped it down almost to himself. Fogarty, ground level, able to get the hands free. Release the handball. Dawson to Schonberg. Adelaide working it across the top of their 50. Just concede a bit of ground.
Yeah, very clever.
To Duday. Now to Butts. It's going to open up. Michael Annie's open on the outer side. Gets it to him. Next link in the chain. Is it Sloane, Saligo or Dawson?
Play on.
He's just weighing it all up now. The debutant. He goes with a long ball in the Himmelberg-Berry direction. Ground level footy. Now it's going to be the Giants. Canelio streaming from half-back.
Peatling's out.
This is going to open up. Peatling's got it.
Yeah, he can run now. Takes 2 steps, driving ball. Toby's got out the back and he's got him.
Well done.
Terrific kick from Peatling. Gave Toby Green's opponent no chance at all. And Toby marks only 10 or 12 metres out. Pretty acute angle, southern end.
Great transition from the Giants. Canelio's kick out to Peatling on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay. Just opened up the entire ground and then just work rate. We've spoken about the urgency of this Giants outfit. They're getting the benefit of putting pressure on.
So Toby Green with the footy. You can mark this in the book. Oh, does it? Oh, he's celebrating. And the goal umpire agrees.
Oh, what?
Oh,
3-5-23 the Giants.
Review that, please.
5-10-41 the Crows. And that happening on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Titanium Caravans, tough on and off the field.
We're right behind him here, Bolts. That did not look like a goal from here. And
they review every goal,
they do.
But certainly from the naked eye, and our line of sight on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay, it looked like he hit the body of the ball and pushed it to the left side of the post. But we'll wait and see.
Well, Bolts, you've played forward a few times. I've played more forward. As a forward taking a mark 20 metres out from goal and not that much angle, and then you go around and kick a snap on your opposite side. I know a lot of players do, but I just don't agree with that.
The goal stands. Gee, I reckon the celebration was the convincer. How about that from Toby? We're back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy back to 17 points. Giants are pressing here. Here's Berry for Adelaide. Got the handball out. Sideways handball. It came from Laird to Schonberg. Spins back on the right. Nice looking ball to half forward. Nice little intercept from Kelly. Ground level Rochelle. Got it across Saligo. Little squeezes good. He's found Keys. And this is an area that Keys has really improved in the last year or two, his set shot goals.
Just love that in traffic, Saligo. Just lowering the eyes, just trying to find that teammate in heavy traffic.
They need a settler here, the Crows. They dominated the first quarter. They only kicked the 1 goal in this second quarter. They really need a settler.
So Keys just sucking in the big ones. Troy Luff there with Jude Bolton. Triple M C-Bus Super Special comments. As Keys comes in, runs with a bit of venom, pokes at it, and he's got it right through the middle. So Adelaide, they drag one back. 6-10-46, push the margin back out to 23 again. The Giants are 3-5-23. All that happening on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. We're second term, nearly 17 minutes in.
Ben Keys had kicked 4 goals and had 18 disposals versus West Coast in their final practice match. So he's in good form. He's just elevated his game over this past 18 months, 2 years.
They haven't had to rely on the dominance of Fogarty and Walker. Not about just kicking goals, but also getting the ball. It's being shared around a lot.
Matthew Nix was impressed with the emergence of some of these young fellas, and we've seen that. Saligo, Rochelle playing well, making good decisions with the footy.
And that's the upside of this year. You can see the growth, and if they play plenty of football together and build that synergy and connection, they could have a huge year.
Jude Bolton, Troy Luff with us. Triple M C-Bus Super special comments. C-Bus Super making hard work pay off for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. 6-10 plays 3-5. Adelaide go forward again. Down low, cleverly grasped.
Rankin
one way or the other. He got choices, Isaac Rankin.
Wow.
And he jams it through for another one. Well, that was like a training drill for his second. And Rankin, in the blink of an eye, they're at 29 points. 17 gone second term, 52 plays 23. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Far too much space in the front half. He was able to stop prop on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay and get back onto his favoured right foot. But he had all the time in the world, and it came on the back of solid clearance work from the Adelaide Crows. And it's the perfect chance. You spoke about it, looking for a settler. There's nothing like back-to-back goals to get back on top of this game.
Just deflated the Giants then, those 2 goals.
Get some key numbers on the Triple M Red Z lending stats. Anything sort of standing out for you boys in this term?
Oh, Tom Green's been the one who's really hooked in this whole game. He's had 18 disposals for the Giants, but Rankin's now up to 11 disposals, 2 goals, 3. He's left a few out there today.
29-point lead to Adelaide for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. We are back in the middle. Nearly 19 gone, second term. Recall of the bounce.
It's very dead, the centre of that. The ball's not bouncing very high at all.
It's been re-turfed, hasn't it, Luffy?
There's a bit of re-turf there, and it's going to get dug up next week when the show starts, or in 2 weeks' time.
So the tap down. Here's Rochelle steaming out of the middle for Adelaide. A long ball inside 50. It's going to go all the way for a minor score. Just bounced and rolled, and Adelaide moved to 7-11-53. They lead it by 30 points. 3-5-23 the Giants on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
What has improved, Yader, is the tackle count for the Giants this quarter. So they had 2 in the first quarter. They've had 10 already in the second term.
A little bit concerning, the number of walk out the fronts that they've got from the middle of the ground.
Yeah, definitely.
Talking clearances. So they look to clear again here. Saligo's been heavily involved this quarter, been terrific. But across half-back, the skillful Whitfield's involved, gives it to Iden. Iden has to do an up and under handball, puts Ward under the pump. Peatling comes in to lend a hand. They've got it to centre wing. Josh Kelly, wrong-sided, goes with the right side. Just floating across was Murphy. No-nonsense footballer. And he settles to his captain across half-back. So he shares it in turn. And Hinge has it. Still inside his defensive 50. They can work it through now via hands, and they can attack via Rochelle.
And through the corridor again, Rochelle finds Rankin. He's on fire, Isaac.
Brad, you're talking about the clearances and how easy they're doing out of the centre. The Crows are leading 8-3 to centre clearances. There just hasn't been enough midfield pressure.
So Rankin, what do you make of the little rat's tail here, Luffy? Rankin sporting just a little thin one.
That's right up Luffy's alley.
You know what I think about hairstyles? You've seen what I once looked like.
Oh, yes. That's why I wanted your comment, Luffy.
Oh, I think it's great. Bit of individuality, that's what I like to see.
The Bonds reviewer, old Luffy, as he comes in, Rankin. He has been really nice today. Looks sharp. He's just drifted that away right, and he's just got it in for a little one, actually. So they are 7-12 Adelaide, 54, but the margin out to 31 points over GWS, 3-5-23. All that happening on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
He's just been carving them up, though, in terms of just opportunities. We know he's kicked the 2 goals, 4, but he's had Connor Iden as an opponent and multiple opponents. He's just looking really dangerous.
The options for Whitfield kicking out are dried up, so he's got to go long and high. So they got the numbers there by Nick Haynes. He goes with a low ball. Is that in? It is to Peatling. And Peatling marks just forward of centre wing. He goes to Himmelberg quickly. Himmelberg turns and drives a low one in. Beautiful disposal, Harry Himmelberg. And he hits the chest of Hogan. And Hogan marks in the forward pocket. It was Riccardi. It's Riccardi. Yep. Riccardi marks in the forward pocket, southern end.
One of their best transfers of play there. The Giants really clinical with their foot disposal and that final kick. And Riccardi was able to just work straight onto the footy.
I haven't called his name all that often. Thanks for Red Z. So Riccardi and his narrow side the whole way, minus score. So margin back to an even 5 goals.
2 kicks for Riccardi, Brad, for the day.
Thanks to Red Z. Triple M Red Z lending stats. 7-12-54 now the Crows. 3-6-24 the Giants. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
So we're in the second term, 30-point Adelaide lead. And they got the footy deep in defence. Dawson just trundles it out and just overkicked it a bit, looking for McAdam, fisted away by Haynes. And it's out of play, half forward here for the Giants.
Haven't seen a lot of Haynes and marking today, Bolt. He's taken 3 marks, but I don't think any of those have been in front of Adelaide Crows forwards because the Crows have worked it so well inside their forward 50.
Yeah, their use has been really good, the Adelaide Crows, in terms of slicing down the ground and taking him out of play a bit.
So throw in. Might get your thoughts at half time, boys, on the way the Giants are playing Rankin. Or more not playing him. They're using a really tall defender. Like, compared to his size, they had Buckley with him just then. They've had Haynes go to him. They've had Iden. They're all big boys compared to... They're about 15 centimetres taller, and he's
too elusive.
He's getting space.
He's had 6 marks Rankin inside forward 50.
So Elliot Himmelberg from half-back, working it down the line. Oh, nice Ward. It was a nice pick-up Iden got the handball away. Here's Ash for the Giants. Across his defensive line. This could be a little bit dodgy. But able to steady things, Callaghan. And, that's a nice ball. Just sort of drew it back a bit to Whitfield. Here's Tom Green racking up another Red Z lending, taking him to almost 20, I think that is. This will take him to 20, I think. Releases the handball to Callaghan. Nice over the top ball. They work forward here, the Giants. Lloyd at half forward.
Turns quickly, driving low ball to Ward. And Ward marks just inside the 50. Distance might test him southern end.
Just the speed they did that, Bolts. They didn't mess around. It was just get it in, get the handball. They're now looking to the centre as well. It's worked well for the Crows. Get it in the centre, find the loose man, and then a beautiful pass from Lloyd to find Callum Ward on his own.
Well, alarm bells ringing. 30 points the diff now.
He's on the mark.
23 and a half gone second term. It's the McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks your Sunday afternoon footy. Socks down, black boots. Cal Ward drives it as hard as he can. And it misses to the near side. One behind. 3 goals, 7-25 the Giants. 7-12-54 the Crows on the Triple M Titanium scoreboard.
He said it was just on his limit. Those ageing legs. Snapper. Couldn't quite get the journey, but the pressure's on here.
Oh, they've messed it up, Adelaide. Toby Green released the handball, got it back, snapped around, and is he going to miss this one? No, he's hit the post, has he? He's got it. He's got the cheering going. That normally works for him. He's got the goal. So, wow, that was a big blue. Neither Harvey Norman for that. Adelaide's re-entry was very, very sloppy. 7-12-54 Adelaide. The Giants 4-7-31. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Jude Bolton, Troy Luff on Triple M footy.
Yeah, just a kick from Jordan Dawson on the Harvey Norman replay from the kick out. He just dropped it short, and it's just hard to pick up on these conditions. It just fumble from the defender there, and then it was just able to just go quickly through the hands of Toby Green.
Well, Bob Jane team arts, you and Giles.
Yeah, that relayed area in the middle of the ground, of course, is where the centre wickets are for the Sydney Thunder in the BBL. And it's also fair to say that it's got about as much life in it during cricket season as what it does during footy season. Not a great ground to play cricket on this one.
They get as many spectators here too, don't they, Giles?
Oh, Luffy, whackety whack. Bob Jane team arts have great buy 3, get 1 free deals, plus instant cash back. Call or order online today. T's and C's apply.
So out of the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy. And they work it up to half forward here. Cornelio for the GWS Giants. Held without the ball. Daniels. So against Millera. This will be a very important kick.
Huge kick. They've got themselves right back into this game, the Giants. 2 in a row, back to back. We've still got 4.5 minutes left in this second term. This is right on his limit, I think, Yada, as you said. 45 metres, 46 metres.
So by the time he lets it rip, it'll be maybe on the paint of 50 almost. And there's some tired lads out here. 35 degrees at Giant Stadium. He sort of got onto it, but not accurately. It's away to the right. So it's 4-8-32 for the Giants. Adelaide 7-12-54. 22-point lead to Adelaide. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
They've had a good couple of minutes, though, the Giants. It's just been able to just step it up a little bit better with their ball use as well. And just as you mentioned, the fatigue in these heat conditions, there's opportunities to scan your eyes and try and slice through.
So the captain will bring it in. Dawson to drive it long with that penetrating left leg. High and wide to the outer side. Speculative handball. Tex Walker's involved. Slick little give to Berry. Berry can run. Went with a little chipping one. Outside, that was Pedler. Pedler can turn on that left side. High towards half forward. Big fist came from Flynn.
GWS.
Oh.
Stand.
That came from nowhere, but Isaac Cumming will get the free kick with half back.
Gee, that was against Rankin. I was actually watching that because I was waiting for Rankin to shark it. But, that was stiff.
Wasn't much in it.
There wasn't a lot in that bolt. Here's Cornelio for the Giants. Just measuring a ball to Haynes. They're trying to build something before half-time. Margin sits at 22. Here's Ash. Little handball to Whitfield. Now he gets it to Tom Green, who's been brilliant. And space has opened up. Kennedy's taken the mark. He'll go back straight in front and let it go from just inside 50.
Terrific chain of handballs. They just were able to work to the face there, the Giants, and just give the hands. And then that's what opened it up. As we mentioned, a bit of fatigue. Another drop off here.
He goes short. And here he is, Daniels, all by himself.
How is that allowed?
About 15 metres closer.
How is that allowed? The Crows have got themselves into such a great position so far. The last 5 minutes, they've taken their foot off the pressure and allowed. Look, here we go again.
So another pass, Luffy.
tipped it inside.
Really
Riccardi.
sloppy defensive efforts here. You can see Nixie on the Triple M RV Norman replay. He's just
pulling his hair. Oh, no, he doesn't have hair. That's right.
So Callaghan is the man that ends up with the ball.
So they've taken 3 marks inside their forward 50 in the space of 30 seconds, uncontested.
So Callaghan looking for a third career goal. Just 6th game today. Got under it a bit and sprayed it left.
Poked at it.
Missed everything. So no addition to the score. 54-32. 22-point lead for Adelaide. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Big let off.
poor miss. It's a poor miss, but they're super excited about the upside of this young man. He's recommitted to the Giants side, and it's just an exciting prospect.
So Dawson,
Outside
a little
5.
chipping ball
Outside 5.
to Pedler. So Pedler's got it at half-back.
Good on.
Oh,
Line
they're
on.
tired now, boys.
Move it on, says the umpire. He goes wide and towards the boundary line, and Rory Sloane and Lockie Whitfield will see it over as we approach
That's
the
right.
main break. Approaching 29 minutes. The Crows 7-12. They lead the Giants 4-8. If you've just joined us, before quarter time, the Giants, well, they lost Harry Perryman at the 11-minute mark. He was subbed out with a hamstring injury. So they had their problems early on, the Crows. Disputed ball at half-back. Taylor comes full-chested at it, meets the ball, drives it towards half-forward. Hogan, if it sits for him, it does. Murphy in a good tackle, draws him to the ground. Coming full-chested again, Murphy. Caught high was Berry. And he'll get a free kick. Advantage is called. Berry now went with a little low grubber. Isaac Cumming can cut it off at half-back. He does.
Oh, well done by Cumming. He had the Fogarty freight train bearing down. Rankin getting busy. Schonberg a little bit slow. Fogarty turned around, lost his boot. Got it across to Sloane. Top of the 50. Great pressure, Canelio. Important little piece of play here. Guess who? Rankin. Outside of the boot. Didn't quite hit it. Have a look at the Texan. He just flopped around and Fogarty got the ball and Fogarty got the goal. So they worked it. He's got 2, Darcy. And that's a really, really crucial goal before the halftime break. 8-12-60 Adelaide. 4-8-32 Giants. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Troy Luff, Jude Bolton, Triple M footy.
3 players there went to the ball, Bolt, and left Himmelberg out there all by himself. They had enough time to pick up the ball. They could have handballed it back and forward to each other and then had a snap. It's such a crucial part of the game, or point in the game. We now have 40 seconds left. They don't get that goal. The Giants go in with a little bit of confidence. They've fought their way back. All of a sudden now it's back out to nearly a 5-goal margin.
Both teams out on their feet on the Triple M RV on replay. You can see on their haunches on the replay, just struggling to, there's a lot of walking, a lot of flat-footed players.
Jude Bolton, Troy Luff with us this afternoon. Thanks to Seabus Super special comments. Seabus Super making hard work pay off for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks Sunday afternoon footy. 28 points to death to the visitors. They go forward again. Isaac Cumming gets in the way as they try to pierce through the back of the square. Whitfield with it, high up and under ball. And cleverly marked by the debutant. Michael Annie. He's looked comfortable, hasn't he? Just goes with a little squaring ball.
That was his 6th disposal on the Triple M Red Z lending stats.
So Smith shares it with Malera. And they'll count the clock down, you'd think. Man beside the boundary line just holding up the number 1 for the 1 minute. Goes in board to Rochelle.
So Rochelle at halfback. They're just winding it down. Siren has sounded. It's halftime here at Giants Stadium, and Adelaide, they take a nice lead into the break. It's 8-12-60 the Crows. The Giants are 4-8-32. We've got plenty to come. We'll hear from Jude Bolton. We'll hear from Troy Luff. We'll dissect this opening half of footy, and we've got plenty to come. Stick around. Adelaide lead it by 28 points. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter, the Titanium Caravans, tough on and off the field.
For Ream Hot Water.
Triple M rocks footy.
Built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a Ream.
You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly.
Shut up! The foot is on the radio!
Triple M rocks footy.
This halftime break for Mitre 10 Trade for expert advice and a job done right first time.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy. It is the halftime break for Sterling Homes. Whether your budget is the size of a ruck or a rover, Sterling Homes can design a custom home for you. A big game here at Giant Stadium, Adelaide, with a comfy lead at halftime. Very warm conditions, around 35 degrees here today. Adelaide 8-12-60. They lead the Giants 4-8-32. We've got Jude Bolton, Troy Luff, Brad Seymour, Ewan Giles covering this big game today. The Giants and the Crows. What did you make of the opening half, boys?
Oh, for me, it was probably the attitude that the Giants brought in the first quarter was just really poor. I think they've just turned up to think this is probably a practice match feel. Yep. We want to get out, we want to use the ball well. So when they bring 2 tackles in the first quarter and then 12 in the second, there's been a bit of a rocket at them at quarter time from Adam Kingsley to just get this attitude right. And to be honest, Adelaide really benefited from that because they were able to use the ball and just carve them up. I thought Rankin's been sensational in terms of his ability to get, be active inside forward 50 and present. He's kicked 2 goals, 4 from his 14 disposals. He's team leading high there. And then Rochelli's been wonderful playing that midfield forward role as well. He's had 12 disposals, kicked the goal himself. Their ability to run and spread was terrific, but the Giants certainly had their opportunities in that second quarter. Once their intensity lifted, they kicked 2 goals, 6 in that second term. and were able to just have their opportunities, but they just couldn't capitalise.
I mean, you talk about the first quarter. There were times when it was like the Giants players were just sitting out the side picking dandelions. They were just watching the game. They weren't trying to get back into it. The Crows had the ball, and it's like, well, hang on, I don't have any pressure around me. I'll just chip it there and chip it there. But then the start of that second quarter, you could see the intensity lifted with the Giants. They end up, they've had 13 tackles. That's not a massive amount of tackles, but it is when you compare to the first quarter when they only had 2. Now, probably both sides, Bolts, that quarter missed opportunities to get further either advanced as far as chasing down the lead or for the Crows to get further in front. There was a couple of easy shots that they missed. Maybe there's just something wrong with that end. Like all the behinds have been
right of your radio dial.
kicked at that end. But what was good with the Giants is probably the last 10 minutes, other than the last goal the Crows got, the Giants got the ball. They wanted to get it on quicker. They were using the centre of the ground. They weren't messing around just chipping. It's like get it in the forward. And a day like today, you want to get it out of your own area so you can have a spell and get the ball into the forward area. Put pressure on someone else.
Matty Nix will be really pleased with the run and spread, though. Saligo's been impressive. Keys has been positive. Schoenberg's got a bit of the footy, 10 disposals. Dawson's been patrolling off half-back, as we know. He's just been architect and just making sure everyone's in the right position. So there's a lot to like about what the Crows have produced thus far. They could be a bit more polished here and there and finishing off that good work up the field.
I do like that, what Jordan Dawson does, or any player that does that. Other players and other teams do it. Because of the way footy's played today, every single player pushes up to the second half of the ground. Why not leave someone 10, 15, 30 metres back? Because they've got to get through you anyway. So you're already there. You're already ready to go. You're not sprinting to try and make up the ground. You're already there.
Particularly when you're preparing against a side like the Giants. At their best, it's the orange tsunami and the wave. We haven't seen it. They've been a couple of good transfers of play, but it hasn't been as proficient as they normally are. But you need that. Someone sitting back, just watching as it comes through and not getting goal side.
You can casually get yourself into the right position. You're not pressured, you're not rushed, whereas every other player is.
What about Adam Kingsley? Do they have to rethink how they're playing Rankin? Because Crows fans have been waiting to see him, and he has been fantastic today. Now, is it a match-up thing, or is the ball just coming in too easy?
Oh, it's been coming in a bit too easy, but I love his work rate. I mean, he's been finding space because it's on the back of, you know what, I'm presenting, go back and open up again. He's so quick to react, and he's been playing on a couple of those taller players or taller defenders, the likes of Connor Hyde and Buckley and Haynes at different stages, and they want to beat them in the air and that sort of thing. So he's been able to just be really elusive and dangerous.
The advantage for him and for the Crows is that he's been one-on-one most of the time. He's only had the one opponent to beat, whereas the Giants players are sagging off their direct opponents, and then they're going to Tex Walker or they're going to Fogarty to try and block his run. Haynes, he just keeps standing there trying to fill space. And so, hang on, Rankin's on his own or one-on-one, put the ball out in front, and he's had 2 goals, 4. Could have had a handful by now.
This is the halftime break for Sterling Homes. Whether your budget is the size of a ruck or a rover, Sterling Homes can design a custom home for you in either coaching box, lads. Is there any sort of match-up that you'd be making in the second half to try and spin this in either team's favour? If you can imagine it, you can do it with fielders, a match-up for fielders.
Yeah, for me, it's probably just being able to just capitalise on the back of, say, Tom Green, he's been wonderful.
But not damaging, though.
He's been 23 disposals.
But not damaging.
But no one else is getting in the vision. I mean, Lockie Whitfield hasn't had enough. He's had 13 disposals. He needs to get involved. I'd be getting him either out of the wing, maybe trying to expose maybe a Rory Sloane or something. They've had Finn Callahan on that wing with Sloane. Get some extra run. Get some real sort of damaging ball use.
The thing is, if you look at the Red Dead lending stats, Laird's only had 10 possessions. Sloane's only had 11 possessions. Whereas Green, Cornelio, Ward, Kelly, they're all 14, 18, but they're not damaging.
Not damaging.
It's not like they're hitting targets going forward. So it's quality against quantity here at the moment.
Adelaide lead it by 28 points. Sneaky sound system playing in the background. I can see Luffy just starting to get busy. The Barley vibes are floating through for the great man. Our halftime segment. We love the Amy Clanger, lads. Let's see what happens here. Who covers clangers on and off the field? Amy does. Here's the clanger from the opening half.
You can mark this in the book. Does it? Oh, he's celebrating. And the goal umpire agrees.
What? Review that, please. We're right behind him here, Bolts. That did not look like a goal from here. Now, just to add to that, Have a look down the goal square bolts.
Yep.
There's a technician there working on that exact goal post.
He's got the ladder out.
That the ball looked like it travelled either over or even to the side of the point. So maybe they didn't have vision to actually check it.
Maybe they're checking the technology on the goalpost. But,
Well, this is interesting stuff. An expose from Luffy on the camera on the post.
They didn't review it. They didn't. The goal umpire. Look, everyone clearly in the commentary box thought it was a behind, and we are directly behind the kick.
Well, you got to watch this with interest. We'll stand by here because Bolts is right. They're checking the other end as well.
Yep.
Maybe we had a blackout scenario.
No.
They need the Harvey Norman replay up and rolling. That would have sorted them out. Let's go around the grounds for RAA. Ensure with the local team who supports you and your Adelaide Crows. Of course, the Crows lead this one by 28 points. Last night it was the Demons by 50 over the Bulldogs and Sydney by 49 over the Suns. We've got the Hawks and the Bombers. Big game at the MCG coming up. And, of course, after this one, we'll be taking you to the Saints and the Dockers, the big Ross Lyon Cup. Half-time here at Giant Stadium. Adelaide by 28 points. Time for a Triple M News update with Matt Leighton.
Thanks, guys. The Defence Ministry is playing down concerns the AUKUS submarine deal will lead Australia to a potential conflict with China. Critics have lashed the project, saying not only will Australia pay serious cash, but also pay with a promise to join any US battle. An independent MP is renewing calls for the release of Julian Assange on the 20th anniversary of the Iraq War. Andrew Wilkie says it's unconscionable for the US to be pursuing the WikiLeaks founder for espionage charges. A woman and a child are in hospital after being stung by Irukandji jellyfish on Queensland's Great Keppel Island. A powerful 6.7 magnitude earthquake has killed at least a dozen people in Ecuador. And Harry and Meghan are reportedly demanding a place on the Buckingham Palace balcony during King Charles' coronation. Right now, nothing but sunny skies at a very warm 35 degrees at half-time at Giants Stadium, where the Crows hold a comfortable 28-point lead over the Giants as Triple M rocks footy.
That halftime break for Mitre 10 Trade for expert advice and a job done right first time.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's.
Triple M rocks footy.
You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly.
Shut up! The footy's on the radio!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Beacon Trade, supporting tradies with over 120 stores, a wide range of lighting and electrical products, and expert trade teams who offer the best services, making every tradie's job easier.
Half-time at Giants Stadium, and Adelaide lead it by 28 points. It's 8 goals, 12-60. The Giants are 4-8-32 for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy, and we're not far away from our Beacon Trade third quarter, supporting tradies with over 120 stores nationwide, expert trade teams and exclusive trade services, a huge range of lights, fans and electrical accessories, making every tradie's job easier. Beacon Trade, let's make light work. Jude Bolton, Troy Luff, we've got Brad Seymour, Ewan Giles covering this big game today. Third quarter. Now, what do you see unfolding? What would you be changing if you were Adam Kingsley?
Yeah, for me, it's been around the stoppages, particularly in that second quarter. The Adelaide Crows kicked 3 goals, 1 from stoppage, whereas the Giants were 0 goals, 3 behinds only. And it's just that ability to stop the spread. We spoke about the walkouts from centre bounce particularly. They've had 9 centre clearances to 4 in favour of the Crows, but it's actually 8 effective of those 9. So they're the ones which you suddenly get into space. It's the next chain of possessions. It's being able to have your eyes up, walking into an open forward line and not being forced wide.
And they're a defender's nightmare when the ball's coming in.
Hiding to nothing.
Yep. It's very difficult to defend because there's no 7th defender that can drop back anymore in the hole.
Luffy, Matty Nix, his message, half-time, got a nice lead, going okay, things sort of momentum swung against him a little bit in that quarter, but not really when you look at the scoreboard and how it all finished out. What would he be said to his
He'd be
troops?
happy that every time the Giants did come back, they got a couple in a row, the Crows fought back and they got goals themselves. Getting the last goal of any quarter is a huge advantage because you go in, you're already up. But at the same time, Nix is not going to be like, don't get comfortable, guys. You remember, we only won 8 games last year. We need to win this round 1, and we need to go on and have a good second half like we have most of our first half. A lot of it's going to come down to, Yoda, is the fitness of these blokes. Now, you're just not used to playing football in 34-degree heat. The Crows have got 36 interchanges left. The Giants have got 39. That's going to play a big role come this last quarter.
Bob Jane T-Marts. Bob Jane T-Marts have great buy 3, get 1 free deals plus instant cash back. Call or order online today. T's and C's apply. We've got Ewan Giles on the boundary. Gilesy, players heading to the bench. Adelaide, they've got Sloaney. He's back. How's he looking down there?
Yeah, he's been looking pretty good, actually, Rory Sloane. First game back since round 5 of last year. The Crows are yet to make their tactical sub as well. They've got Tyler Brown ready to go for that. Giants having already made their sub 15 minutes into the first quarter with Harry Perryman doing a right string and Adam Kennedy was brought into the game. So the Giants with no sub to make in this second half.
Gilesy came upstairs for a little bit of air conditioning at half time. He had that much perspiration on his face. He looked like he'd been at the aquatic centre around here.
Now, Bolts, with Tyler Brown being one of the subs, it might come down to how tired is Tex Walker or how tired is Fogarty coming to the last quarter, because they're sort of like for like. It'll be interesting to see how they use him in the last term.
Third quarter action. Here's Brad Seymour on Triple M footy.
Errant bounce again. I'll bring it back. It's my pet hate, Yoda. Yes, throw it up.
You feel sorry for the umpires, though, because there isn't a hard surface for them to bounce on.
Oh, what do you know? Ball elevates. Schellenberg leaves it behind. Flynn battles for it. It's going to spill out.
Here's the walk.
And Berry can run. He's got a bit of freedom. Driving ball towards half forward. Nick Haynes in the right spot at the right time. And takes a good walk. Good mark in front of Tex Walker. They need to run and gun. The Crows, they advance to the outer side and it'll end in the hands of Taylor as he drives it to the outer half-back flank. Good defensive fist. That came from Duday. They can use it via Pedler. He went with the left side. And it was smothered off the boot, and we'll get a throw in. 8-12-60 the Crows. They lead the Giants 4-8-32. Quick round the grounds for RRAA. Hawthorn and Essendon to follow this one. And St Kilda Freo, they'll bookend round one. RAA ensure with your local team who support you and your Adelaide Crows.
So throw in. This is at the top of the 50 here for Adelaide. Flynn for the Giants did well. Miller sort of overran it. Butts was good for Adelaide. Nice little gather. Just got some players spare. Smith, one of those for the Crows. Goes long to the 50-metre mark. Oh, Haynes! Big fly! Over the back.
Wow.
He just sat on the back of the Texan.
We had a Himmelberg in the first quarter and Haynes. Sensational grab.
Himmelberg is going to be a contender for the mark of the year.
So he just fans it wide. Now, Jacob Ware can run and gun. He does. He kicks it towards Himmelberg. It'll bounce clear to Daniels. Daniels' little chipping ball clever to Toby Green. Now Toby plays on. He runs to 60. Lays it on the turf once. Lays it on the turf twice. It doesn't come back to him. The numbers come everywhere from the Crows. They pile in on top. And we'll have a bounce in the right forward pocket.
Duday did
GWS.
Really well.
Yeah.
Just did enough. Yeah. Waited for the troops to arrive.
Not one player went over there and gave Toby Green a mouthful. Absolutely, you should have given it to him there.
So a tap comes back to Kelly. Kelly sweeping handball. Goes back to Ware. Jacob Ware round the body, and that's going to be marked by Hogan. Well, a little bit slack in defence there from the Crows. And Jesse Hogan's mark right on the point of the goal square. And a pretty acute angle kicking towards the northern end.
Just his second mark today, Jesse Hogan. Hasn't really done a lot, Jesse Hogan, and he's had 3 kicks.
Yeah, Murray's been pretty good on him, and he just found out of position, that quick kick, and he was able to read it really fast off the boot.
So he'll go the banana, and he doesn't like it. The head went straight back in disgust. So he misses near side. They kick 4-9-33 the Giants. 8-12-60 the Crows, and that happening on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
You've got Nick Haynes on Isaac Rankin, the only 2 players forward for Adelaide, and that'll be an interesting matchup. In the air, obviously Haynes, but once the ball hits the ground, you've got to back Rankin on that one.
So Dawson brings the footy back in. Also need you to explain to me why we've got the lights turned on here at Giant Stadium. We're in the middle of an electricity crisis, and the lights are on here at Giant Stadium on a 35-degree day at 3:40 in the afternoon. It's extraordinary as they work forward Adelaide. Here he is, Keys. Handball over the top. Rankin by himself again. How does he get there? Snaps around the body, and it's a minor score. So it's 61 Adelaide, 33 Giants, all that happening on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
That's what's going to be interesting, Yada, because Nick Haynes, as he does, left Rankin to go to the next contest. The problem is the Crows won the contest, and there's Rankin standing there by himself.
So Lockie Ash just ambles away, delivers to Josh Kelly on his defensive 50. Far side of the ground, 61 plays 33. As he shares it with Isaac coming. So they've worked it to defensive 50. This has been the story of the Giants all day. Stop-start, very stagnant coming from defence. No run from behind, but he blasts it towards centre wing. Disputed ball. Kelly in the front. Canelio there. He leaves it behind. Goes back in for a second lick. Well done. Stephen Canelio, one way then the other with the handball. Lockie Ash supports, as does Nick Haynes. He drives it towards full forward. No one can take the mark. A little bit of Toby genius. One way, then the other does Toby. Handballs into full forward, and he gets nailed by O'Brien. The pressure comes now from Adelaide. Toby at the back. Do it yourself, Toby. He does.
Wow.
Do it yourself, Toby. He gets his third. They make hard work of it, the Giants. They're 5-9-39. The Crows are 8-13-61. 5 minutes third term on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Well, we go to the Harvey Norman replay, and you thought Toby Green was just going to get it done. The first time he just was able to evade Tom Duday, who went to ground, and then the ball just came out of his hands, and he had to wait on the far side of the ground just to get that ball back. It was just a little smart tap on from Kennedy along the ground, and a good finish from Toby Green.
Jude Bolton there along with Troy Luff today. Triple M C-Bus Super special comment, C-Bus Super. Making hard work pay off. And a big goal by Green. 61-39. Just drags it back to that under 4 goal range. We're back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. Head to Macca's for 10 chicken McBites for just $3. What a one-handed grab. O'Brien got the tap down. Canelio for the Giants sends it towards half forward. A bit of hanging on there for Daniel. Smith didn't give away the free kick in the end. Led to Berry, measures a ball. Going to be a contest here, working to centre wing. Foot race by Keys. He always runs like he's going 12 kilometres an hour on a 10 kilometre an hour treadmill. Here's an opportunity now, spinning through Callaghan. Handball for Jones. Rather Green it was. It was Tom Green. Kelly linking up. Here we go, Callaghan. Long raking left foot ball. Inside 50. Oh, yes. Hogan on the end of it. That was slick stuff. Giants will go back straight in front, 20 out.
Yeah, he just slipped Michael Annie as he came in there. He's able to work back towards goal, Jesse Hogan. But a wonderful kick from Finn Callaghan. Low out in front.
Just the bodywork Hogan put on before he takes the lead. He is a strong man. Just put the opposition player off a little bit with a little bump.
It's a good pick-up, Luffy. Michael Annie, it was his opponent in his first game as Hogan comes in. A must-kick goal, and he does. 2 in a row for the Giants. Margin cut. We're back to 16. 8-13-61 Adelaide. The Giants have got a real little sniff now. 6-9-45. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard supporting tradies over 120 stores. Expert trade teams, design services and a huge range of electrical accessories. Beacon, making every tradie's job easier. Jude Bolton and Troy Luff.
Well, Finn Callaghan, he's up to 13 disposals on the Triple M Red Z lending stats, but that was his best disposal today. Just a really beautiful, well-weighted kick out the front of his key forward. Just gave every chance to just put his own body work on Michael Annie in his first game and then come back at the football.
You just watched it again on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay. Hogan went straight towards Michael Annie and just a little push off and then straight towards the ball.
Bob Jane T-Marts, Ewan Giles.
Could be an injury concern here for the Adelaide Crows. Nick Murray came to the bench a couple of minutes ago and got the base of his left quad worked on quite significantly by the physio. Bit of pickle juice, some water as well. He's trying to walk it off, but he's going to spend some time on the bench first, though.
Thank you, Ewan. Back to 16 points here as Ward charges out of the middle, drives it towards Hogan. He sets himself, can't mark this time. Daniels in the van, leaves it behind as he slips over. They pile in from all directions. Coming through, heavily tackled. That was Toby Green. And we'll have a ball up, about 35 out from the Giants' goal.
And this is where you want to see the growth of this Adelaide side. There's a bit of a challenge coming from the Giants. How's this defence going to stand up?
So back-to-back goals as Rankin just tries with a little quick ball to get it out of the danger zone, but it's going to come back because Lockie Ash has gobbled that up about 60 from home. Lowers the eyes, lows with a low little dart to Callum Ward. And again, he marks just inside 50, and this will test him.
Yeah, we saw him just drop short from a similar distance at the other end of the ground. So ageing legs, as we spoke about, and just wonder whether there's an opportunity to have someone run past.
What's actually given the Giants a bit more opportunity is since quarter time, they've had 8 tackles inside their forward 50 to 0.
Such a warrior, Callum Ward. From 51, he makes good contact with this one. Great contact, in fact. And they've kicked 3 in a row, the GWS. And we are back to a 10-point ball game. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Well, the maturity, as we said about the Adelaide Crows, this is a defensive unit that needs to just start to stand up now, and it comes on the back of really good hit around your contest and the middle work. They've been benefiting from that centre clearance, as we've spoken about previously, but the Giants have just got on top in this third term. They need to capitalise now, just start to get in control of the footy around the ball.
Jude Bolton there on Triple M footy, 2-time premiership star. Troy Luff with him as well. 12 years at the Swans for Luffy. Our C-Bus Super special comments from those two stars this afternoon. And Bolts, you make a very intriguing point. What do Adelaide do from here? They're being challenged right now. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. Can they dig in? O'Brien and Flynn. Tap down to Berry. Adelaide are going to clear. Gets it working to half forward. Keys in a one-on-one. Works to the back. Keys goes after it. Iden comes through. Over the line, and we'll have it thrown in where the 50 joins the boundary.
First thing they did right, just get Berry onto the ball there. Laird worked hard, just held his opponent off, gave him enough space so they could drive that forward.
Giants have had 11 marks to just 1 in this third quarter.
10 minutes, third term, throw in forward 50 for Adelaide. Kelly working feverishly down low. Saligo He's had a good afternoon. And he's caught in a good tackle. We'll get a ball up forward 50. Broadcast side. Sun-bathed afternoon. 30 degrees in Sydney. Cornelio, Whitfield, slick little give. Callahan, well done. Zigzag,
That's
one and out.
hands.
Got out Lloyd. They can run and gun now. Look at them go. Isaac coming, burst through the middle of the ground. Whitfield, great tackle. Richelli brought him down. Toby Green comes in to lend a hand. Schoenberg, an errant handball, puts him under the pump. Whitfield still a chance. They've got to be poised here. Handball over to Kennedy. He doesn't want to kick it. Gives it to Lloyd. Lloyd drops it. Handball over to Whitfield. Whitfield round the body. Whistle on play.
Downfield.
Oh,
Go to Hogan.
It's going to be a Giants free kick in the goal square. This is going to be a 4-point ball game after this.
There's players down around everywhere. Whitfield's still on his haunches.
That was a frenetic minute of play. So we're just waiting for this to settle. It'll be a free kick to Jesse Hogan right in the goal square, rewarded from a downfield incident. So Hogan to drag it back to 4 points, put it in the book. Hogan kicks it into the Parramatta River, and they've kicked 4 in 8 minutes. 8-9, 57. They trail the Crows 8-13, 61 on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Just on that downfield, Bolts, having a look at the Triple M Harvey Norman replay, it looked like it was in the process of Whitfield kicking the ball, but Sloane has bumped him just after he's kicked it, so not really sure why it needed to go downfield.
Well, just look at the Harvey Norman replay. Absolutely, they're clinical coming from the defence. I love the chase down tackle, though, from Saligo. When we saw the orange tsunami coming through the midfield, it was a terrific tackle on Whitfield, but the ball fell through and they were able to just follow up. And a good finish from Jesse Hogan on that downfield play. But they're dominating here, 16-9 and contested possession in the third term alone. 11 marks to 1, as Luffy mentioned. And 9-1 uncontested marks, so just all are over them at the moment.
Red Z Lending stats, Red Z Lending loans for the self-employed, REDZED.com. We're back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. Cornelio tried to get a clearance. Oh, Saligo had it, lost it. Good tackle by Riccardi. The Giants have really lifted. It's a 4-point margin. It was 28 points not long ago. Riccardi getting busy again. Oh, gee, a sloppy... How's that out of the full? So he explained that to us.
He's tried to kick it into side forward 50. Riley O'Brien's heading back towards goal. He's basically kicked it into his foot 5 metres in front. It was a worm burner, gone off the heel of Riley O'Brien, out on the full. You'll never see it again.
Oh, beautifully described by Jude Bolton on Triple M footy. And the Giants are going inside 50. Oh, O'Brien, the big man, takes a nice relieving mark. And the kick was good too. Gets it to Butts in the defensive 50. Tucked right in the back pocket. Adelaide by 4 points. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
So he drives it long and wide to the centre wing. No one can take the mark. Keys was clever. Pushed it forward in the path. Will it sit? It does now for Saligo. He drives it up centre wing, but it's too wide. And it's out on the full. It'll be a free kick to Connor Iden. He's back with a centre wing.
Just need to take a bit of possession, Adelaide. Just calm the ball down a little bit, but it still means people have to lead and players need to create space. Ball carrier just takes a breath.
Making mistakes is what we didn't see in the first half.
So 4 points to the good of the home side as the ball gets busted out of play. Bob Jane T-Marts, Ewan Giles.
Looks like Nick Murray's just about to come back on here for the Crows. He's had that left quad worked on a couple of times, been on the exercise bike as well. A couple of run-throughs, and he's at the interchange gates ready to jump back out there.
Bob Jane T-Marts have great buy 3, get 1 free deals, plus instant cash back. Call or order online today. T's and C's apply.
So out of the contest, Tom Green, he kicks it towards the line. We'll have it thrown in again. So Adelaide trying to claim deliberate. A really big part of the game here. We've played 15 minutes third term. Last 4 have been the Giants. They've kicked the last 4 goals. The margin of 28 is now 4 points. Here's Hinge for Adelaide. Saligo, the little don't argue. It was nice, showed a bit of strength. Delivered up the line. Getting back, or Buckley had it, lost it. Fogarty was able to really go hard at ground level. Delivered a handball. Here's McAdam. He was very lively in that opening term. Squaring ball to Elliot Himmelberg. So here he is, the Adelaide version of the Himmelbergs. And 50.
50, that'll help.
So what was that for? Was that for Buckley running through?
Yeah, Buckley ran. Look, he had no impact whatsoever on what Himmelberg was going to do with it. He was just simply running to his position in the back line and got a little bit too close to the kicker. It's
Adam Kingsley, filthy in the coaching box.
Harvey Norman.
Absolutely filthy. But you can see Adelaide have tried to get control. They've got +1 behind the football with Dawson sitting back.
Well, it was a late inclusion, Buckley, and just a little fault there could result in an Adelaide steadier, which they need, and Elliot Himmelberg delivers it. He gets the goal. Adelaide's first in a little bit. 9-13-67 margin, pushes back out to 10 points. 8-9-57 the Giants. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard supporting tradies with over 120 stores, expert trade teams, design services and a huge range of electrical accessories. Beacon, making every tradie's job easier.
Middle of the quarter, boys. Triple M Red Z Lending Stats. Red Z Lending Loans for the self-employed. REDZED.com.
Tom Green leading all comers with 26 disposals. Josh Kelly's 21. Cornelio is also 21 disposals. Cummings had 18. Isaac Rankin 16 and the 2 goals 5. And Rochelli's had 13 disposals, 1 goal 1.
2 goals 5. You'd love to have 7 shots for goal, wouldn't you, before three-quarter time?
And Troy Luff and Jude Bolton with us this afternoon. Triple M Seabus Super special comment. Seabus Super making hard work pay off. So a hot day in Sydney. Beautiful autumn day. One for the beach, not the football field. It's thanks to McDonald's and Marine Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy underway again. Riccardi into the middle versus Elliot Himmelberg. Riccardi wins it out. His second effort's terrific. Sweeping handball wide. He'll bring Peatling into play. Peatling looks up. He wants to jag it back to Ward. Ward stands underneath it. Gets crunched, Callum Ward. But he misses the ball. Saligo back to lend a hand, as is Rochelle. And they'll clear to the outer side to Keys.
So with the footy, Keys at half-back. Wants to square it. Finds Sloane. Just the required meterage. Adelaide led it by 10 points. Nearly 18 minutes gone, third term. And Adelaide, of course, have got a activation sub up their sleeve as well. The Giants had one go out in the opening quarter. Here's a chance for Smith for the Crows. Oh, he's missed the target. Kicked it out of bounds on the full, so the Giants will get the footy at half-back.
Another mistake. Again, Bolts. They're feeling too much pressure here, the Crows.
It's uncharacteristic,
panicking.
Smith.
So Lockie Ash with it. 67 plays of 57. It's been a 4-goal to 1 quarter for the home side to bring it back to 10 points. So Lockie Ash, outer side of the ground, wide. Ward gets whacked again. He stands underneath it. Keys drives it forward. And it'll go end on end out of play. And is that deliberate? Surely not. Oh, it is. So it'll be a free kick again to Lockie Ash from exactly where he took it 20 seconds ago.
Adelaide still playing with that extra number. It's Hinge now sitting behind the footy. So Giants have to navigate down the ground through that.
As Yada mentioned, lights are on. It's 30 degrees, not a cloud in sight.
34 degrees, Snapper. I just checked the Bomb app. It's 34 degrees at Homebush.
Luffy.
Bright sunshine, and geez, we need those lights, Yada.
Nice work. There's a turnover. So Adelaide went to repel. They're going to turn it over quickly. Riccardi, 55 from home. Driving ball. Hogan's in the van. Hogan will mark. And he'll give it to Himmelberg quickly. Himmelberg has it. And Himmelberg now can settle directly in front. Haven't seen much of Harry this afternoon.
Kicking around the corner from 25 metres out. I hope he misses.
A cynical Luffy with us on Triple M. And he's nailed it. So, Harry Himmelberg answers for the Giants, and we're back to 4 points. 67 Adelaide, 63 Giants on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Bob Jane, T-Marts, you and Giles.
So the Giants made their sub 15 minutes into the first quarter after an injury to Harry Perriman, a right hamstring, brought Adam Kennedy into the game. They're now down to 3 on the bench at the moment. I've no idea where Lockie Whitfield is. He's not on the field, and he's not on the bench. So he must be down the rooms having something checked out.
Yeah, well, in that collision where they got the free kick downfield, he was in the process of kicking the ball, and I'm pretty sure it was Rory Sloane who came in, went to smother, and just collect him. There was no will ill in it, but it's copped him. You could see he was a little bit knocked by it, Lockie Whitfield, so it may be a concussion protocol test that he might be doing downstairs to check, because that's what it looked like. He looked like he may have been a little bit dazed from the contact.
Oh, good stuff, Gilesy. Down there for Bob Jane T-Marts. Now we've got a 666 warning, have we, for
the Crows.
Adelaide?
Yeah, Hinge is just coming up onto the wing now.
Wait.
So for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy.
All set now.
It's like a school teacher. Get inside. Inside.
Margin is back to 4 points. Not sure how much longer we need a warning. The rule's been in 3 years. Here's an opportunity. Kelly over the top. Little chipper. Couldn't quite
Miller.
get there. Daniels. Miller a great. Daniels high free kick. Against Laird. So a couple of the smaller fellas. And
We're watching.
might actually be Smith who put the tackle on, was it, at the end on the Harvey Norman? Say hello to Great Mobile Deals on now at Harvey Norman. Shop in store or online.
Yeah, it was Smith that just dragged him high.
Dirty on himself too. He knows how crucial that free kick is.
Gave it to Lloyd, who bombs from long range and pulls it to the left. So just a minor score. So it's 67 Adelaide, 64 Giants. Triple M Beacon trade scoreboard.
We were talking about the walkouts in the first half from the close clearances, but it was been the Giants walking out of the middle through Josh Kelly then.
So Smith drives it broadcast side. Front and square was Laird. He just whacks it on the boot, gets it to centre wing in a flash. Lockie Ash should be able to gobble this up. He does. Little handball wide. It was errant. It drew an attack. The attack on the footy was fierce. I love it. Tom Green involved again. Goes wider still to Jacob Weir. Nicky Haynes. He'll have to clear it now. He does.
Right,
Beautiful kick as he goes into the middle. That's a bold piece of play to Lockie Ash. Lockie Ash will swoop it wide to Kennedy. Kennedy goes low. And he's got Daniels to about 55 from home. He turns quickly, does Daniels. Driving ball. Does Green get his hands to it? No, he can't. Off hands and through for a minor score. 2-point ball game. Crows 67, Giants 65 on the Triple M Beacon trade scoreboard.
The Giants are just using the extra number really well, just drawing the number, drawing the hands and making sure that they can just cut through this Adelaide defence at the moment.
Jude Bolton with Troy Luff for Seba. Super today. 2-point lead to Adelaide. They led by 28 points in this term. Ball spills to the front. Giants through Ward. Nice handball to Tom Green. Spills out in front of Peatling. Handball over the top. Opportunity for Kelly. Lost the handball. It went straight to Michael Annie.
High contact.
Free kick going. Is it Adelaide's way?
Yeah.
Schonberg.
So Schonberg with the footy delivers nicely. Here's McAdam.
They just need to hang on to it here for about 60 seconds.
Settle it down.
Possession the ball.
So he handballs over the top to Schonberg. Got it to Berry. Puts a high ball in. O'Brien! The big fella has gone back in fine style and taken a mark running back into the pack.
He works hard, doesn't he? For a big boy, big ruckman, he works one end of the ground to the other. He's been in the forward line often today. He's been taking marks deep inside the defence. Works really hard.
He's an aerobic beast, O'Brien. And for a big fella at this part of the game, he's pretty good.
Yep.
But he needs to slot him. And Adelaide need him to slot it, there's no doubt. They lead it by 2 points at the moment. Adelaide, under all sorts of pressure, comes in, kick on the way, just fading late, he's missed.
That was terrible.
Push it away to the right, Luffy.
He's holding it like a rugby league.
So I didn't say the styles that flash. Generally results okay, but not there. 3-point lead to the Crows. Triple M Beacon trade scoreboard.
So Lockie Ash to bring it back in. He goes wide, broadcast side, puts Jacob Weir
McAdam's
under
just
the
flapped
pump.
him.
Well, McAdam went in. He's been reported. I think he got the tackle all wrong, and the shoulder went into
Thank you. Give me the footy.
young man's Jacob Weir's head.
We've had some big incidents over the weekend. Cozzy Pickett, Buddy Franklin.
Look at Tex
Chuck
Walker.
this one in there as well.
Tex Walker standing in front of McAdam to actually protect him from the onslaught from the GWS guy.
Well, I don't think there's... From first thoughts, it did not look intentional at all. He just got it wrong.
He's going to go off for an HIA test.
Yeah, he just got it wrong.
He's on report already. Thank you. He's on report.
Just wait till he clears the area.
Hey, Tex, get a corner!
The ball was in contention with Jacob Weir and McAdam, but it was just a front-on assault.
They haven't shown a replay yet, so...
Well, will you keep watching, Luffy? Next to Harvey Norman.
Let me know when you're good to go.
It's going to be a Giants free kick at half back.
Here's the replay.
Here we go.
Bang! Oh. He's just got him down the middle. Actually, the shoulder doesn't make any contact with the head. It was just straight down the solar plexus and the sternum.
Is there anything wrong with
Boom.
that? Really? He didn't hit his head.
Or didn't he? Didn't he?
The player was in control of the ball.
Play on.
I don't know about that. That will be looked at and scrutinised heavily. Nicky Haynes, driving ball to centre wing. There's a chance here. Who's going to respond? And the Giants win it again. Cornelio's away to the races. He puts it up. High ball towards full forward. No one can take the mark. Duday's been terrific. Gives it to Dawson. He's forced into error. Again, they get it to Toby Green. Toby Green down low, slips over. Dawson comes in to lend a hand. And it's frenetic now. Ball out of play. 3-point ball game. Crows 68, Giants 65 on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Well, the intensity and pressure's just lifted on the back of that big hit from McAdam. You can see the energy around there from the players.
Jude Bolton there on Triple M footy with Troy Luff today. For Seabus, ball spilling around. Tom Green gets it on the boot. Snaps around the body. Giants bouncing ball. They've hit the front. The GWS are in front. 28 points down in this term, and they have been relentless. 10-11-71. Adelaide a 9-14-68. All that happening on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Troy Luff and Jude Bolton on Triple M footy.
We've commented so much today how well the Crows are using Jordan Dawson as that quarterback player sitting behind play. That kick landed 5 metres out from goal, bounced up, went through for the goal. There was not an Adelaide Crows player within cooey of it.
Bob JT Marks, you and Giles.
Jacob Weir's just gone down the rooms with the physio. The doctor's currently still up at the bench area watching the replay of the incident to work out what the concussion protocols would be for that particular event. Remember, Lockie Whitfield is still down there, and the Giants have already made their sub midway through the first quarter as well.
This has been a stirring quarter. Spot on, EG.
They're down to 2 on the bench, the Giants.
They've kicked 6 goals to 1 in this term for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. The home side have found a spark. Cornelio, he set him alight in the middle. Driving ball from the middle goes wide. And Malera, he'll just stand there, steadfast as he is. Schoenberg, he's been pretty good this afternoon too. He'll just hold the footy on defensive 50. So 27.5 minutes third term. 9-14-68 the Crows. They now trail the Giants 10-11-71.
So Fogarty took a nice contested one on centre wing.
See, now this stagnant stop-start footy has flipped on its head. This was the Giants before. Now Adelaide are just trying to hang on.
With the footy now, Fogarty got it back from Miller.
Been a frantic quarter though. 6 goals to the Giants.
Goes backwards to Hinge in the true centre half back position now. Green.
What was he thinking?
No idea.
He didn't get the call. He took a clear mark, but he just wanted to hunt after him, Toby Green there.
Play on.
You get those little moments with Toby. There's no doubt about that. Ball inside 50 is sloppy from Adelaide. Spills to the back and out of play.
If ever there was a time for a captain to stand up, Tex Walker needs to do something in this game. Just a leader at the club. He just needs to take a mark and kick a goal.
3 points.
Captain of the club is in just the leader of the club.
3 points the diff. Shadows of 3/4 time. Troy Luff, Jude Bolton with us. Thanks to Seabus Super. Tex out of the ruck. And it goes out on the full. He tried to be a little bit too adventurous on that occasion. So it'll be a free kick to the Giants in the back pocket. Lockie Ash, resolute in defence, driving ball wide. Ward cops the heat coming from behind. Peatling a little under. And Tex Walker marks. And he'll have a chance with only seconds remaining in this one.
We've seen many times in the past Tex Walker has stood up when it's needed, so it's a time where he needs to do it. And I didn't mean a leader of the club, not a captain of the club. I know Jordan Dawson's a captain. But
well, what a player he has been, Luffy.
He needs to do it, and he's done it so many times before. He's kicked those goals when he's under pressure, the team's under pressure. We've got literally, what have we got, 3.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. It's so important.
So Walker from an acute angle to the southern end.
Oh, he's pissed.
Off the boot, just pushes it a little wide.
Let me down, Tex.
It's a minor score. We're back to 2 points. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Don't forget it, Macca's head in there now. 10 chicken McBites for just $3. What a one-handed grab.
Can you buy 3 lots of them for $9? I'd do that.
So the bring in.
You.
I'll look after you. Don't worry, Luffy.
It's unlike Luffy to be looking for a sale.
Still under $10.
Opportunity here for Kelly. The Giants, they've just got some run and gun about them. Goes long. Here's Toby Green in a contest.
Great work, Tom.
Very nice. Fisted it to the front, gathered at ground level. Now here's McAdam. He's on report for that hit on Ware. Really,
in the centre.
Middling ball, dangerous. Oh, free kick. So Lloyd gave away a free kick against Saligo. Advantage is paid. So Adelaide might be able to mount something here. Elliot Himmelberg out of side. It's a lead of 2 points to the Giants. Oh, gee. Bit sloppy out there. Rochelle, it's out of play. We'll have it thrown in. Half forward here for Adelaide.
Just went with the one hand, Rochelle. Just trying to take that. Got to be so... You just got to do the basics well.
So 10-11 plays, 9-15. 30 minutes gone, third term. It'll be a long one. A couple of incidents we'll speak about at three-quarter time. Ball spins back into play. Ward, he's like a big ball. Gives it to Tom Green, who's pretty akin to that. He goes backwards to Finn Callahan. He panics a little bit. Invites Fogarty to the foot. He stands. Peatling just goes down and low. Pedler now gives it around the corner to Rochelle. And Rochelle, he's kicked a beauty. Well, something out of nothing from 35 out. A mistake. A couple of errant handballs. And Rochelle was on the end of it and popped it through. 4 points to the Crows. They lead it. The Triple M Big and Trade scoreboard.
It's going to be some exciting footy with Rochelle and also rank an inside forward 50 for Crows fans because you can see what he can do. I love the fact that the big fog came off his opponent, came up to the ball, won that footy back for them. It just in scramble on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay. The ball was dribbling forward, but Rochelle back to goal, swings it over his shoulder. It's been fantastic finish.
They had to get a goal box. With what have we got? 2 minutes to go. 6 goals 3 to just 2 goals 3 in favour of the Giants. They've come back, hit hard. The Giants kicked 4 goals for the first half of the game. They've kicked 6 now. The Crows just need to settle it. Just settle it down now. They don't need to score another goal now. Just go into three-quarter time having kicked the last goal.
Jude Bolton, Troy Luff on Triple M for Seabus. We're back in the middle. Adelaide back in front by 4 points for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. Nice little backhanded palm down, held without the footy as well. Now they go inside 50 here, Adelaide. Oh, McAdam tried to get back, couldn't take it. And it's through for a minor score.
Clearance has been so important for both sides. They've been damaging. Once they've broken through the initial congestion, they've both had eyes up looking inside their front half.
So 5 points now as Nicky Haynes brings it in. Oh, that's a free kick.
That's soft. 4 umpires, more free kicks.
Adam Kennedy, the recipient. So back pocket. He'll square it to Connor Ryden. He can run. Sweeping handball wide as they advance to the eastern side, and a little low ball. Bob Jane T. Marks, Ewan Giles.
Adelaide Crows have made their sub. Tyler Brown into the game for his first game in the Hoops, replacing Nick Murray, who's been subbed out of the game.
Nice work, Ewan. Not quite used to that efficiency on the boundary up here. Been terrific this afternoon. So Kelly now driving ball towards half forward. Oh! Yeah, very high contact. That was Michael Annie. He stood in the hole and he copped one from Big Matty Flynn.
He's done well, young debutant.
Yeah, he looked composed, hasn't he, Bolts?
Yeah. I mean, we judge all debutants on Sheasel now, do we?
So, Butts involved. Pedler as they share it to the outer side, the Crows.
So it's a 5-point lead to Adelaide. We're winding down to three-quarter time with the footy on the outer side, Luke Pedler.
45 seconds left. They've slowed it down now, the Crows. Maintain possession.
Floodlights on here at Giants Stadium. Left foot ball up towards half forward. 35 degrees, middle of the afternoon. And we've got globes blazing everywhere. Here's Himmelberg inside 50. Oh, just couldn't complete the mark at the base there. That was McAdam going for it. He pushes Haynes out of play, and it's out on the full, in fact. So it's going to go to Haynes. So he must have kicked it off one of the opposing players' boots, and it ricocheted. So he's got the footy deep in defence.
It feels like a Terry Wallace solarium here with the lights on the heat.
So Nick Haynes in no hurry to advance it. And loud boots he's wearing this afternoon too. Long up the line. Is that a mark? It is. Finn Callahan. No push, said the umpire. A couple of Adelaide Crows supporters unhappy with that. So seconds tick down to three-quarter time. Finn Callaghan driving off halfback, outer side of the ground. Siren sounds. What a quarter it was. 6 goals to 2 in that particular term. And the Crows take a slender 5-point lead into three-quarter time. 10-16-76 to the Giants, 10-11-71. RAA around the grounds, Yoda.
Yeah, we've got the Hawks and the Bombers just underway. There's no score there at the moment. Saints and the Dockers to come later on. And the Demons by 50 last night over the Doggies, and the Swans by 49 over the Suns.
And here it's 5 points to the Crows. Three-quarter time. We'll be back soon. Brenton Yates, Brad Seymour, Jude Bolton, Troy Love. Thanks to McDonald's Triple M. Rocks football.
That quarter for Beacon Trade, supporting tradies with over 120 stores, a wide range of lighting and electrical products, and expert trade teams who offer the best services, making every tradie's job easier.
For McDonald's,
Triple M rocks footy.
Head to Macca's for 10 chicken McBites for just $3. What a one-handed grab.
You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly.
Shut up! The footy's on the radio!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Titanium Caravans, tough on and off the field.
Oh, what a final quarter we got to come your way. Adelaide lead it by 5 points, 10-16-76. The Giants at 10-11-71. It's a really hot day. This is going to be guts and determination stuff for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. Let's head to you and Giles on the boundary for Bob Jane teammates.
Geez, there are some very tired-looking boys out here at the moment with both sides. Three-quarter time, both teams have brought the huddles right across to the interchange bench area. They're just separated by the width of the interchange gates to try and stay in the shade. It's currently 35 degrees. Finally, a tiny little bit of breeze, but otherwise it has been dead still here as well in Sydney's west. Plenty of injury concerns as well for GWS Giants. Of course, they made their sub 15 minutes into the first quarter with Harry Perryman doing a right hamstring, and then in that third quarter, two issues as well for Giants there, with Lockie Whitfield coming off after a clash with Rory Sloane, and then the big one, Jacob Weir, still not sighted after his heavy impact with Shane McAdam. Of course, McAdam from the Crows immediately put on report for that hit. The Crows also made their sub just before three-quarter time as well, with Tyler Brown, the former Collingwood player, the son of Gavin Rowdy Brown, making his debut for Adelaide, and he replaced Nick Murray, who was substituted out with some quad concerns.
Oh, great stuff, Gilesy. Bob Jane teammates have great buy three, get one free deals, plus instant cash back. Call or order online today. T's and C's apply.
One of the benefits of having the teams right over in front of Gilesy, right here on the bench, you get to see the interaction between the coaches and the players. And you saw Matty Nick sit with Scotty Burns and the defenders, just working through some things, talking about a bit of organisation in the fence in this final term. Then he gets over to Rory Sloane, just goes through some of the matchups and setups that he wants. And then he sat with Tex Walker and also the Fog, just to talk through some things as well. Just really important. Great to see the coach getting around, just getting these leaders, particularly across this last quarter.
Because where the Crows are at is they're in front of the game at the moment, but they haven't relied on Fogarty and Tex Walker to do much. They've kicked a couple of goals, but that's about it. So this is where they need Tex Walker and Fogarty to stand up, take a big mark and kick a goal.
And the Giants were far more effective in front of goal. We saw them in that second term get a bit of ascendancy on the back of their pressure. They just didn't capitalise in front of goal. That quarter they capitalised, and that's why they were able to hit the lead at one stage.
And Bolsh, your point's well made about watching Nixie and where he was going and what he was doing. But he was spending an extended period of time with the defenders. They obviously had a run of goals against him. What would he be worried about from that third quarter going into this?
I could just see his gesturing, and he was talking about just the organisation and making sure if they, don't get caught out the back or the like, and making sure that they did have that +1 or organise that +1 at various stages. If they feel under pressure, making sure on-field leadership, we roll back, get that either Hinge or Dawson sitting back, and then just make sure that just lock that down, because it was a wave of goals that were quite easy at times.
Luffy, what happens from here?
Well, I think Nixie, obviously, I was just having a look at the defensive work there for the Crows and the forwards for the Giants. They took 4 marks inside their forward 50, and they also had 5 tackles inside their forward 50 to try and maintain the ball. The Crows, they've been getting it out of the centre very easily. I suspect that obviously that's going to be something they're going to try and stop from the Giants. They've just got to get it in full. We just need to lift, as I said, Fogarty and Tex Walker need to do something. They've relied a lot on their defenders today. Now they need to rely on their forwards.
Well, it's a big final quarter to come your way. Strap yourself in for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy, and here he is, Brad Seymour, to get us underway.
Round 1, pursuit of 4 points. Crows, they got their snout in front. We're underway here. Matty Flynn knocks it down to about 4 o'clock, but it's going to be sharked by Cornelio. He sprints clear, driving ball long. Hogan can't mark. Toby Green, that's high. Toby Green plays on, and he kicks the goal. Well, that's within 15 seconds. The Giants have kicked 7 of the last 8 goals, and they're 11-11-77. They lead it by a point, the Crows, at 10-16-76 on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
It's been an area where Adelaide have been dominant today, but they've just started to drop their bundle around centre clearance, and that's the Giants' 3rd goal from stoppages. Adelaide's kicked 6 goals, 5 today from that area of the game. But it's that walkout again. Cornelio able to drive it forward to a dangerous position. Hogan on the Triple M Harvey Norman brings it to ground. And then you've got someone as dangerous as Toby Green, a match winner.
And this is where you get worried for the Crows, is they've got a lot of young players out there with a little bit of less experience. When things were going well early in the game, everyone was on fire. They got out to nearly 5-goal lead. Now all of a sudden it's the other way around. They're behind. This is where the young and inexperienced need to stand up and show what they can do when they need to.
So for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy, is that 4 for Toby today? Get the Triple M Red Z lending stats.
Yep.
All 2.
4 goals, 2. From his
Wow.
14 disposals.
Extraordinary stuff. Red Z lending loans for the self-employed. Ball back in the middle and out of the guts they go. Tom Green for the Giants sends it long again.
Here
It's
he is
deep.
again.
Here's Toby lurking. A nice little wrap-up tackle. Umpire has a look. We'll have it tossed in. The footy rolled out of play. Duday was wrapped up brilliantly by Riccardi. We'll have it tossed in near the point post for the Giants.
Yeah, they can sniff it here, the home side.
Jesse. Riley,
To show some resilience, Adelaide. They started such explosive manner and set this game up, but since half-time, it's been all the home side. Ball spins back into play. Numbers back to Crows. Keys with a little fumble. Lead goes in. Sloan working hard and frenetically down low. Cornelio steals it. Cornelio round the body. They've kicked 2 in 2 minutes. They've started with a bang, the Giants. 12-11-83. They lead Adelaide 10-16-76. 2 minutes in final quarter on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Titanium Caravan's tough on and off the field.
A little bit nervous there, Keys, and that's what we talk about. You don't make those simple mistakes.
The Sloan fumble, that was the one. That's what brought the pressure, and it just opened up. And you could see Rory Sloan punching the ground as soon as Cornelio picked that up. He was so frustrated. But that was a really good slip of the tackle there from Stephen Cornelio on a solid finish. But once again, it's come from stoppages. They've been on top. They need to start locking this down, the Adelaide Crows.
Crows have conceded 8 of the last 10 goals.
8 goals to 2 since half-time, Snapper.
Yep.
Big difference.
Triple M Red Z lending stats. Red Z lending loans for the self-employed. REDZED.com. We are back in the middle. Have the Crows got some bullets left for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water? Triple M Rocks footy. Now Callahan
There's
slipped
that
over.
slippery surface.
Yeah, right in the guts there.
Another Giant down.
Handball. Ash trying to gather. Got it from Iden. Lost the ball. Slipping through Soligo. Schonberg under some real heat. So that's Ware back out there and going. Iden got the handball across. Here's Ash delivering over the top. Ware, a nice little gather. Delivering to centre half forward. Flynn. No, didn't complete. Did everything but. Millerer, nice little dance move. Got the handball away, but his teammate Pedler under some real heat. And Daniels does a good job to wrap things
They might
up.
have to stop the game here. Giants still down.
Just the difference, Yada, that Soligo had the double touch and fumble, where a one grab, the next kicks inside forward 50. Instead, it's a fumble. We have a look at the Triple M Harvey Norman replay screen. We need to see it. Do you reckon that's where he slipped on the surface, Bolts? It was hard to see. Is that Kelly?
Yeah, Josh Kelly. He's been on his back the whole time. We're just watching it here.
Here we go.
He gave the handball.
Oh, left knee.
A head clash, I think.
Head clash.
So he'll be coming from the ground thanks to Triple M Harvey Norman Replay. Say hello to great mobile deals on now at Harvey Norman, shop in store or online. So Josh Kelly will make his way off the field. Was helped by trainers, but he is up and walking, which is good news. Cal Ward to replace him, Luffy.
That leaves one player fit on the bench at the moment for the Giants. So
Perryman went off very early.
Bob, Jane, Team, Archie and Giles.
Yeah, Kelly just coming to the bench now in the hands of the doctor. Get a nice round of applause for the Giants family there. He's going to be assessed for concussion as well, so down to 1 on the bench.
Nice work. So Adelaide win it back. Michael Annie, his kick was smothered, comes to Sloan. Sloan has to just hack it out there. Centre wing ball in dispute. Adam Kennedy makes it his own. Iden, slick handball. Releases Taylor. Now to Buckley. Buckley can go towards half forward. Toby Green. Oh, Toby. He's already got 4. He emerges as the game breaker, Toby Green, and he's marked this 35 out directly in front, southern end.
Well, Toby Green cut him apart last year in their clash over in Adelaide, and look at just the leap on the Harvey Norman replay. He had to sit there. Geez, a big game player. He just able to step and stamp his authority when he needs to.
What he did well there, wasn't it, Bolts, is Jordan Dawson's a lot taller, but by putting the need and then actually pushing out, you put Dawson totally out of the contest.
The combative GWS skipper, Toby Green, 35 out. He pokes at it, and he's missed it. So margin 8 points now, 12-12-84. Crows 10-16-76. 6 minutes final term. That happening on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
these sort of conditions, these are the way you still want to be able to rotate, but with only one on the bench, there's an advantage there for Adelaide to really push through.
Well, they trail by 8 points at the moment, the Crows. Footy working up the centre wing. Giants win it off the contest. Front and centre Keys. Got a nice little handball. Kennedy, though, for the Giants leads back. Tried to tap it to Ash's advantage and his own advantage.
Well
Neither
done.
turned up.
Good work,
That
Keys.
was really good stuff by Keys. Rankin a bit of class. Kennedy, nice pressure. Got him from behind. Ward got the quick kick away. Up towards half forward for the Giants. That man Green leaping again. Couldn't gather it in. Here's Peatling. Nice little tap. Tom Green this time wrapped up in a Laird tackle. Little sideways handball. It ends up with Kennedy. Came through Ward. Green in a one-on-one. He's got the high free kick against Sloane.
Interesting matchup, isn't it? Sloane on Green in the back line.
Causing all sorts of trouble is Toby Green. So he's been awarded the free kick and he'll kick from about 50.
Just look how tired they are. Look at Toby Green, hands on his hip. He's exhausted. Still another 20 minutes to go yet.
Josh Kelly just running along the boundary line. He might be disappearing downstairs, I think.
Well, if he does, the problem is you've got to wait 15 minutes. And having a look at game time, there's 16 minutes and 15 seconds left.
So Toby just been asked to wait. Umpire still to blow time on. What a player he is. Unsighted nearly till half time. And now he approaches Toby Green from 50 metres. And he draws it a little bit. Will it get there? No, it won't play onto the call. Around the body was touched. And it'll be a minor score. So 12-13, 85. Now the Giants, they lead the Crows 10-16, 76. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. You beat Caravan and Luffy?
I have been, especially as a young fellow. I used to love caravanning with the family.
Titanium Caravans, tough on and off the field.
Where's your favourite spot, Luffy?
Used to go to Cows from Terrelgan, Phillip Island. Loved it there.
Ball spills to the front. Oh, sounds like something you want to lock a couple of weeks away for. Now, ball spills out.
Bit hard to tell a caravan to Bali.
Here's Buckley. I've got to get on one of those trips with you. I reckon that'd be a bit of fun.
That'd be an eye-opener.
Here's Kennedy. He's at right half forward. So the Giants pressing again. They lead it by 9 points. Long ball in. Adelaide with the advantage here. No mark completed. They sort of messed each other up a bit, both Duday and Dawson, and it's out of play. 20 around from the Giants' goal.
Triple M Red Z lending stats. Tom Green has just really stepped up. He's had 34 disposals, 6 clearances in the goal. Really stepping up in the void of Taranto and Hopper have moved on to Richmond.
Red Z lending loans for the self-employed. REDZED.com. Stalemate prevails here. So we'll await another ball up just inside the Giants' 50, southern end of the ground. Gee, they've come and they've come hard. 6 goals to 2 in the third term and 2 goals to them also to none in this
Sloane with the blood rule
quarter so far. So changes coming thick and fast as Rory Sloane leaves the field with the blood rule.
Looks like Nick Haynes too. He's on the boundary line ready to come back on. That will give the Giants an extra player on the bench.
In a lot of ways, this has been a pretty brutal game of footy, hasn't it? Like when you look at it, you know, it's been extraordinary, the effort of these boys here today, both teams.
Guys taking a chance there to stretch their legs, trying to avoid the cramping late in the game.
So we'll get a ball up, half forward, broadcast side. The Giants in attack. Callum Ward stands in the tackle, releases the handball, goes straight up in the air. They'll have to chase this one. Laird puts his body in. Did he infringe? I think he did. Adam Kennedy will get the free kick, 65 from home.
So they are doing all the attacking at the moment, the Giants. We've got a Red Z lending for inside 50s in this final term. It's a 9-point lead for the Giants at the moment.
If they could turn that warm air coming through in the air conditioner up, that'd be great.
7-0 inside
7-0.
50s.
An amazing Red Z lending as G. Himmelberg, that's Harry, missed a big opportunity there. Drives out to the outer side. Yeah, I'm with you. It's a warm one up here, isn't it? Snapper.
No, turn the lights on a bit brighter. Beautiful.
I'll tell you the other thing. There's been a wasp just hanging around out the front of this glass window for about 2.5 quarters. I'm glad I've got Bolts and Luffy in between me because I'm a bit scared of those things.
So a long ball from half-back for the Crows to centre wing. Taylor, did he infringe? No, said the umpire.
They just can't penetrate and can't break through this defensive setup that the Giants have at the moment.
So Taylor to put the Giants into attack yet again. Hogan comes! He can't complete the mark. Smith round the body with a hurried kick. and Buckley stands underneath it and will repel again for the Giants.
It's just been hack kick after hack kick. They need to somehow break the lines. Maybe it's a short little handball. Try and break through.
They're going right to that dangerous area. You look for Green, and big fly Lloyd. Green ground level. He was right there. Boundary beats him, and it's out of play.
See, once again, Toby Green stays down, runs front and square, loses his opponent in the contest.
Yeah. I'll be body on the whole time.
If you can't touch him, he's too far away. His name's Toby Green, and he's number 4. He's their captain. So ball gets thrown back into play. Forward pocket for the Giants. Cleverly done. O'Brien to Rochelle, a little Duday's under the pump. He has to release. A worried kick. Can Cal Ward go back with a flight? Of course he bloody can. Because he's Cal Ward.
It's just repeat entry after repeat entry.
So he marks on 50.
This Matthew Nicks would be so frustrated, wouldn't he, just watching this?
This is an interesting move.
This is interesting.
He's pulled the gun to the middle. Iden trying to gather. Little handball came from Cumming. Trying to drive Ware. That's another big hit he copped. Very well done by Pedler. Lost it at a crucial stage. Iden with a high up and under. Lloyd, you can't claim that one. It went about 3 metres. And it's wrapped up inside the attacking 50 for the Giants. It's 12-13-85 GWS. Adelaide 10-16-76. 9-point lead to the Giants.
Jacob Ware's been folded a couple of times. Pedler then.
12 minutes played as Laird from half-back wins his own ball, drives it wide. Fogarty kept his feet. A slick little give. He's got McAdam and Rankin running with him. He gives it to Rankin. Rankin sweeps the ball wide to Elliot Himmelberg. Back to Fogarty. Fogarty can run inside 50 from the boundary. Driving kick towards goal. Misses.
Good result, actually.
And misses everything. He had no support, did he, Jude?
Well, Pedler was running in, but it was so hard for him to hook that back. And once he sort of zeroed in on the goals, I mean, by rights, he had every chance to have a shot there, but it was a good result. They need to lock it in their front half here.
So 9-point ball game.
Jude Bolton and Troy Luff there with Seabus super special comments. Crows with some opportunity, not for long though. A very nice clearing ball by Finn Callaghan. Works it up past centre wing. Ground level footy. Crows have got some numbers. Butts, nice little gather. Got it across to Duday. Links up by hand. An opportunity now. Saligo measures it to Elliot Himmelberg. So 60 from home. Rankin wants it deep. He does. Inside 50. It's shallow.
Why would you kick it there?
And Kennedy going back takes a nice mark.
You're down by 9 points and you try and kick it 20 metres.
Well, he grasped the kick. Kennedy, it's put him under the pump exiting, but Isaac Cumming makes it look okay. He grabs it. Thumping ball to Toby Green. Had Butts out of position.
Open forward line, 1-on-1 there.
Toby's 55 from home.
Hogan wants it deep.
He's called to play on now. He's got a little easy one. He takes that now. Oh, Hogan's dropped it. Daniels one way then the other. He took the ball out of play. And it's probably the best result for the Giants because they'll get a throw in 30 out from their goal. They lead it 9 points the diff. 12-13 plays 10-16. And we've travelled 14 and a half final term on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
So no Lockie Whitfield, no Josh Kelly, no Harry Perryman beetling off at the moment. Finn Callaghan having a spell as well.
Gee, what about Hogan there? He got burnt by Toby. He was screaming at the top of his lungs and he filthied up for a good minute or two afterwards. Sloan got the handball away. Adelaide under all sorts of pressure. Cramping behind play, Tom Green. That's not surprising. He's had a good game himself. 34 touches on the Reds' heads. Nice little effort there by Cumming. Footy in dispute, centre wing. This is tough, hard stuff at the Giants Stadium. And McCadden gets busy and piles on. And we'll have a ball up, true centre wing position. Giants lead it 85-76. They're 9 points clear.
Love the physicality of this game, Yoda.
So ball elevates. Matty Flynn, Shepherd. Block, which way is it going?
Going to Adelaide, Riley, O'Brien.
All right, O'Brien will take it centre wing, broadcast side. Players are out on their feet here. Just a squaring little ball to Smith. Usually a good distributor is Smith. This is no exception as they try to get it into the middle. They do now. And Michael Lenny can run and gallop. He goes to his captain. Made him work for it. They advance to the outer side.
This is good. Stretch the defence a little bit.
Yeah. They settle with Butts. Butts has it. So he runs clear now. Drives it towards half forward. 1-on-1. Elliot Himmelberg can't mark. Coming into lend a hand was Keys. Keys can't get involved, but Ward can. Ward with a forward handball. It's going to be a clash and a collision. There is. Adelaide will come out on top. Slick little give because they had the numbers. Around the ball now to half forward.
This next goal is crucial. Either way, here's Keys. Top of the 50 for Adelaide. Over the top ball. It just was a little hot. And it's out on the full, actually, in front of Harry Himmelberg. Ewan Giles for Bob Jane T-Marts.
Geez, carnage down here at the GWS interchange bench. Tom Green had that killer cramp back in the forward pocket there before. Took him an eternity to go off the ground. In fact, he was getting a hurry up from the trainer saying, mate, get off. We've got to bring someone else on.
Oh, good stuff, Gilesy, down there for Bob Jane today. Now the footy centre wing. Riccardi tried to gather and go. Gee, Sloane wrapped up. Got the handball away.
They've got time here.
Here's Fogarty trying to just weigh the options up. Didn't hit the footy as he would have liked. Crowd level opportunity here for Rankin. Just beats him out of play. 55 around Crow's goal. We'll have it tossed in. 9-point lead to the Giants. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
So numbers have folded back now for the Giants. Just filling in defence. You've got Sam Taylor sitting back. Connor Iden's loose as well.
And
Vice Matty Nixon wanted to try and create even numbers in the front half. You want to try and score.
Too many Giants players inside 50.
So 9 points to the home side. Laird with an up and under ball. It's dangerous. Harry Himmelberg had it stolen from him from Callum Ward. He runs again, does Cal Ward. He only knows one way.
Downfield.
And he's going to be awarded a free kick for tackle after he got rid of the footy.
It's too easy for the Giants here, Bolts. There were 4 Crows players sitting outside the forward 50 just resting. They need to get in there and support.
So Callahan will take it. Just chips a little 9-9 to Sammy Taylor. So he runs again, does Callahan. Well done, young man.
Incredible amount of fatigue now set in for the players.
The body said no. The body said no, but the head said yes. So Callahan now, they lead it by 9 points. Plenty of time left. So Callahan drops it on that left shoe. High ball towards half forward. No one can mark. Duday with the crumbs. The handball is smothered by Peatling. Peatling to put a good tackle on Sloane. Sloane just swivels the hips and says, nah, not today, young man. Sloane butters up again, delivers to Keys at centre wing.
So Keys looking to put it out in the Rochelle direction. It's going to bounce and sit. Rochelle gathers, weighs it up, right foot boot, goes for home. He's got it.
He's kicked it.
Rochelle's got the goal. We are back to a 3-point ball game. 12-13-85. 11-16-82. Rochelle with a right foot bomb. He's third for the day. Look. And we have got a kick in it. This is extraordinary. We've got more cramping and snapper. You summed this up beautifully. The body said no, the head said yes. We are seeing a level of courage in this game that's extraordinary to watch in round one.
Just look how tired the players are. He just kicked that goal, put them within a couple of points, Bolts. Only one went over to him and said, well done. They all just went, oh, thank God I get a rest, and they've gone back to their position.
Love the work from Rory Sloane, and then the switch kick from Ben Keys. It opened up the ground.
3 points on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
8.5 minutes snapper, plenty of time.
Ewan Giles just quickly. Bob Jane.
Giants' most influential player, Toby Green, with a killer cramp. He cramped on centre wing there. It's taken him an eternity to get inside the forward 50. He's still not right.
Nice work, EG. So 19 minutes gone, final term. 3-point ball game. 4 points on the line. It's thanks to McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. Cornelio looked to escape. Quick little give to Ward. He can. Black boots, socks down, driving ball in. Whistle on play. It's going Adelaide's way.
Against Jesse Hogan.
So the Crows, they've got to attack here. They've got to be bold. They've got to be adventurous.
Walk off the ball. GWS free kick.
Oh, wow.
No. Taylor Walker in the centre.
Walk us through that, Luffy.
Yeah, he's saying that Taylor Walker was pushing Sam Taylor off the ball.
Well, that's extraordinary because Walker, he had a 1-on-2 set up over the top to Haynes. So
there's still going to be physicality through the game. As long as he's not holding him back, I don't mind this.
Thing is, there was 2 GWS players in amongst Taylor Walker. So there were a bit of push and shove, and they just go, all right, I'm going to pick it against you. Crucial time.
Footy's got to come back. Gee, Ash tried to get the handball on the kick, but Haynes is going to be the man to take it. So it's all sorts of confusion out here at the moment.
He's cramping. Haynes, look, he keeps stopping. He's cramping up. He doesn't want to kick it. He doesn't want to kick it.
It's unbelievable. This is unbelievable, this game of footy.
It's taking all the time in the world.
Giants by 3 points.
Ash, far side.
Rankin has just seen him, tries to get out there. This is a big kick. Haynes will let it go from 50. Gets right under it. Going right there. Sends it.
Big goal.
Sends it. Margin is back out to 9. What a big kick by Haynes. 13-13-91, 11-16-82. The Giants by 9. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Titanium Caravans tough on and off the field.
Great finish from Nick Haynes. He sat straight down afterwards to get the cramp.
Have a look at him.
The killer cramps, as you and Giles been talking about. He's sitting on his backside, but Adam Kingsley was so pleased after the response at quarter time. His team came out, they wanted to play bruise-free football against the Adelaide Crows, and they got to take it to them, but they've stood up from here.
And what about the change? So Himmelberg back, Haynes forward, gets a goal.
Exactly.
I had to laugh. If you look at the Triple M Harvey Norman replay screen, he kicked the goal. It looked like he actually strained his hamstring. He was cramping up, fell to the ground, got back up. He's now sitting at full forward.
Unwavering heat, 32 degrees to round out round 1, and the Giants will blast clear again through Ward. Ward, long ball to full forward. No one can take the mark. Who can keep their feet? It spears off the ground, goes Daniels. Unable to complete. And it'll be a minor score. So margin 10 points now. Giants 92, Crows 82. And we've travelled 22 and a half final term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
So Adelaide have got to get on their bike. Dawson finds Sloane. Ream Hot Water built tough Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install the Ream as they work it up to centre. Wing on the outer side. Sloane went to Himmelberg. He's wrapped up strongly. And we will have a ball up. Centre wing outer side. Giants with a 9-point, make that a 10-point buffer on the Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
9 goals to 3 since half-time in the Giants' favour.
So, ball in the air, outer side, centre wing. Berry chases after it in front of Ward, swings it round the body. Walker, can he get into the game? No, he can't. Taylor wins the one-on-one again. Sweeping handball wide. Jacob Ware there, gives it to Callaghan. One of the young stars for the Giants. Up and under ball. Is that in the back umpire? No, it's not. Play on, he calls. Riccardi dances clear. Drives it towards full forward. No one can mark. Hogan keeps his feet. Toby one way. Toby the other. Has to handball and release. Malera involved. And Dawson just walks it over. And it'll be a minor score for the Giants. They move to 11 points clear. 93 plays 82. On the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
There's not going to be a lot of overlap runs, so you've got to get your contest in the air really well and just numbers at the base.
Jude Bolton there with Troy Luff today for Seabus Super. Fisted out of play. We'll have it thrown in. It's an 11-point lead to the Giants. Time ticking away. Throw in. Centre wing. Callaghan up around the ball. Right with him, Tyler Brown. Tapped down by Flynn for the Giants. Callaghan, nice. Got the handball, Flynn intelligent. Got a little tap to Cadillo. Sends a ball to half forward. Oh, opportunity, Green. Here he is. And he will go back and have a shot from right on 50 to look for 5 for the day. And it could be the finisher.
I just don't know how the GWS captain can mark a ball unopposed inside forward 50. Unopposed.
It's incredible.
4 goals for Toby Green today. The Red Z Lending Stats, loans for the self-employed, REDZED.com. This is a massive kick. The margin sits at 11. Toby comes in, looking for 5 for the day. He hangs it wide, and it just pushes it out to that 2-goal buffer. So it's a 12-point lead, the Giants. 13-6-94, Adelaide 11-16-82. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Got to take the game on here, Adelaide.
So Dawson marches up the middle, drives it towards centre circles. No one can mark, coming through. Oh, that's high. Pedler, he wants to go. He's a robust player.
That's a great work.
Driving ball towards half forward. Tex leaves it behind. Could have been kicking in danger. Laird picks it up and delivers to Fogarty.
Got to kick it.
Best person to kick it to.
That is better play. Slick, fast, efficient footy. And Fogarty's got a chance.
Plenty of time. There's still, what have we got, 4 minutes 45 seconds left on the clock.
Love the work from Pedler in the midfield, though. It was a contest in the air, and he was the one who hit the front of the pack just to be able to go and get that ball forward.
Yoda's just going to turn the lights off. So Fogarty now. Oh, it didn't hit the right side of the boot. He sliced it, didn't he? So it's a minor score, back to 11 points.
That a dirty day.
Usually so reliable with the ball in hand in front of goal. It just that shows the fatigue. We've been playing an excruciating heat today.
He has a 65% accuracy rate, which is pretty high. But as you said, they've been playing for nearly 2 hours in this heat. The muscles are tired and sore.
So Harry Himmelberg will repel from fullback. Gallops clear. Drives at broadcast side. The big boys put their arms up. They don't stick. Duday been having a pretty good day. Comes to the back. Yeah, that's holding the footy.
Whoa.
Wow, that's harsh.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's harsh. So Peatling was the tackler, and he uses it wide.
Terrible.
So Callaghan, he can square the footy laterally. He does. Tom Green just racks up another red Z, and he eases it to Cornelio.
Just trying to mop a couple of minutes up here, the Giants.
So he goes in low and hard, and it's a good kick too, because Hogan's got it, and he's well within range. Pretty acute angle, southern end.
Speaking of red Z snapper, Tom Green's now had 36 disposals. Not a bad day.
Yeah, 14 of those contested, 7 clearances in the goal, but just like the way they tried to take the sting out of the game.
Yeah.
Just take a few minutes. It's so crucial at the end of these games. Only 3 minutes to play now, and you've been able to mop a little bit of time and work their way up the ground, and now it's in the hands of a very good kick in Jesse Hogan.
A new 4-year contract for Tom Green as well. He's going nowhere. So Giants fans will be happy with that. Hogan kicks at goal, and Hogan puts the nail in the coffin.
Game over.
27 and a half minutes gone. Hogan gets the Giants fourth for the quarter, and they lead it by 17 points, 14-16, 100. They lead Adelaide 11-17, 83, and that happening on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
How often do we see it at this ground, at the showgrounds, when the Giants, they don't start well, but they come back, and it's not like there's a big crowd input to help spur them on. They just know, they're just confident that they can win here. They only won 6 games last year, but 4 of them were here. They have the confidence in their own players to get forward. They have no one new out there this year. They're all still the same players from last year, and they've just done it well. They knew when to slow it down. They knew that once they hit the lead, they didn't need to keep scoring. The Crows are tired. It's a really good effort by the Giants.
But incredible on the back of losing Harry Perryman and having to just work with limited subs the whole day on such an excruciatingly hot day.
Nick Haynes has had to go off again because he's cramped, so they still have just one on the bench.
Thanks to McDonald's and Rim Hot Water, Triple M Rocks, your Sunday afternoon footy. Adelaide escape with it again. It's in good hands. A spearing ball is marked by Pedler, and Pedler will have a chance for a very quick answer.
It's been good today.
What's on the clock, boys? 2.5? Just
2:40.
2:40. Stranger things
they need
have
3
happened.
goals. They need 3 goals, though.
Well, if Pedler kicks this, they need 2. So 29 gone final term. Luke Pedler with the footy, 50 out, directly in front, and has nailed it. Beautiful kick.
They're a chance.
So Pedler draws one back. Terrific kick. 11 points the diff. 12-17, 89 now the Crows. They trail the Giants 14-16, 100. And that happening on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Well, as we spoke to Matthew Nick's pre-game, and it just talked about the growth of this list and the upside. They've got 13 under 50 games of footy out there today, and they've been able to show elements today. There's just been a lack of polish at times. 12-17. But actually the game should have been well and truly over after quarter time.
They had so many easy shots, didn't they, in the first quarter? Set shots that they could have been 6 or 7 goals up.
Marine Hot Water, built up for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a room. What a game we've had to begin Sunday footy. Hawthorn and the Bombers next, and then it'll be bookended by St Kilda and Freo to round out your round 1. But it's thanks to McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. Tom Green heavily involved again. Gives it to Cornelio. Cornelio clever outside of the boot. In aids Kennedy. Will it sit for him? It does now. He chips towards full forward. He can't complete the mark. Duday down low. He has to release the footy. He tries to now. Daniels over the top. Is that hold the football umpire? He's got to ping him. He has. Free kick Giants. Right in their forward pocket.
Watching Adam Kingsley, he's been coaching from the sidelines, and he was calling for the holding the ball. It's just great to see this young man who's had so many injuries, and he's been such an influential player beforehand get back into the side. he's got a chance to kick another goal.
Oh, it's game over. If he misses this, they're a chance, the Crows. If he kicks it, game over. 1:32 on the clock.
Small forward, 5 tackles, about 10 disposals, kicks a couple of goals. Not a bad day out. So Daniels now, he'll go the check side. He's executed it perfectly. They celebrate at the southern end. The Giants are going to record their first win of season.
Silky smooth finish there from Daniel, and what a great thing it is to see him back out there. He hasn't played since 2021, round 21. It's really good to see that. That's it. Giants have done. Crow, Matthew Nicks, he must be absolutely filthy. He had this game in the bag.
But you could just see the change in intensity that this Giants brought in the second term, and there was no shift from the Crows. They needed to be able to say, you know what, the momentum shifted, and they wasted a few shots on goal, the Giants, but we need to get back on top. And this second half, the Giants have stepped up, which has been super impressive under Adam Kingsley. They had 6 wins for last season in 2022, the Giants. They'll be posting their first in round 1.
It was still 4-2 Adelaide's way in the second quarter. So they had the score on the board. They missed a lot of opportunities, but that's when you put the pressure on even more to bury the game, but they didn't do it.
Triple M C-Bus Super Special Comments. 480 games in the box this afternoon. Jude Bolton and Troy Luff. It's for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. Adelaide and Smith will slice off halfback. Kicks it towards Rankin. He can't impose himself on this occasion. And Peatling puts a good tackle. Ball spills down. In dispute now. He can come clear, and it's Dawson. Dawson driving ball towards full forward. It aids Walker. Butts right with him. He pushes it in the pathway of Keys. Keys one way, then the other. Keys wants his left side. He's found it. He kicks it goal. And he's missed with a minor score. So back to 16 points. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Just 35 seconds to play.
Great comeback by the Giants. It's a real test of character, and especially in this heat, you could have forgiven them to say, oh, we're done, and that's it, but they kept fighting.
2 tackles in the first term, and they've finished with 40. They've actually finished with more than the Crows in the heat.
So they share it across half-back. And Callaghan now, he'll go long up the line. Disputed ball, Butts involved, pushes it forward, comes back to him. He'll send it back inside, forward 50. Siren sounds! A stubborn, a performance of perseverance for the Giants, and they win it by 16 points. 15-16, 106. Adelaide, 12-18, 90.
There's a big sound from the west of the town. It's the sound of the mighty.
We've got a handover straight away to Marvel Stadium for the Ross Lyon Cup between the Saints and Freo, plus a wrap of this epic battle.
That quarter, the Titanium Caravans, tough on and off the field.
For Ream Hot Water.
Triple M rocks footy.
Built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a Ream.
You're listening to Triple M Footy across the Triple M network. We'll be back shortly.